Exactly. It's not two. Chisholm.
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 It's got a very hard L. Can I tell you one thing that's really been pissing me off today and yesterday?
Please.
This is not sports related.
Air it out.
But it is like, okay. We need to conquer how smartphones are making everybody much stupider in real time.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Like, not just worries about, will the generation under us and the generation after that and the generation after that continue to get dumber because of their smartphone, but we are watching people who previously had common sense act dumber as the days go on. There have been 2 instances today and yesterday where I was driving in my car and it's a green light, and not just like the light has changed from red to green, like an active green light with cars going through, and somebody is walking across the road looking at their phone. Yesterday, it was headphones in, like stupid little AirPods, which is also ruining society, looking at the phone, crossing. And I'm like, I'm laying on the horn because I'm not going to hit you.
Absolutely.
But the person behind me doesn't. Like, they're probably on their phone too.
Yep.
You're crossing the street. Like, didn't we all grow up looking left to right? Sometimes you have to hold mom's hand.
Also, I assume you're driving in the
street.
city of Boston, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So aren't there, giant, like blinking lights that say walk or don't walk?
Well, nobody pays attention to those. I mean, that's been going on forever. But this is like somebody who's so absorbed in a TikTok video or the Pat McAfee show or something that they're just like cruising across the street. And I'm like, holy hell, guys. Like, you can't just walk whenever. This is not your college campus. And I'll say all ages. It's not just Gen Z. It's not just millennials.
I'm part of the problem here, Mego. I'm not going to lie.
Dude, you are going to get hit by a freaking car. Like, it scares the crap out of me.
Don't admit that, Jacob.
It happened in Southie on the way over here. This, I would guess, 50-year-old man has huge, like, very expensive, you know, the Apple headphones that have
AirPod Maxes. I own a pair.
Are they the big square ones?
Yeah.
I don't think that they have any ambient sound in them. And he's like walking across the street, and there's a freaking ambulance flying down the street. I'm like, we need to have some awareness around
When
us.
you're walking on any street, you got to have your head on a swivel.
Yeah.
Like, always head on a, I mean, I try to have my head on a swivel at all times, but like, especially like, I go out and I walk the dog all the time.
Yeah.
You have to know if a car's coming up behind you, because I need to make sure my dog's not walking out in the middle of the road, because he just, likes to trot along. I don't know why he loves to walk in the middle of the street.
It's bad. It's bad enough that when you walk down the sidewalks, people just bump into you, and I'm guilty. I've done this in the stairs in this building where I was reading a text on my phone and I almost walk into somebody, and it's so embarrassing. When you're out amongst the cars in the city, keep your freaking head up. Like, it's happened twice in the last 2 days. Anyways, I just had to vent for that because
it's okay.
It's concerning.
People are going to start getting cleaned out like they're running into Ray Lewis over the middle of the field.
It's crazy. It is crazy. Head on a swivel.
Yeah,
Jacob,
always.
I'm worried about you now.
Yeah,
you need to protect yourself.
You got to be more careful,
Take
Jacob.
the phones off. Or if you have the phones on, you got to choose one or the other. If you're walking around with the pods in or the phones on, the cans on your ears, you got to be looking around.
Well, so that's my thing is, if I'm out walking, it's phone in pocket, but I got the music on, I got my headphones on, but it's the not noise canceling setting so that I can actually hear other things that are also going on around me. Keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah.
Put the phone in the pocket.
Anyway.
That's my problem. It's the noise canceling mode. I got to stop doing that. You guys are right.
You're right. Save the noise canceling for when you're like on a plane or in a library.
In your home.
Yeah, in your home.
Significant other is talking to you.
Yeah, oh, great. You're cooking dinner, throw the noise cancelers on. Trust me, it's a godsend. It's going to save your marriage.
I feel like I've also unlocked something dangerous in my house where when I vacuum, I've been putting the phones on my ears and like listening to a podcast while I vacuum, because there's nothing more boring than vacuuming. It's just loud.
Annoying.
But then I realized my husband started putting them on when he's like cooking and stuff. And I'm like, why are you doing that? And he's like, I don't know if you want to listen to what I want to listen to. And I said, no, I'm doing that because I'm vacuuming and it's annoying. I don't want you to be walking around our house with earphones on, not listening to me.
Yeah, well, I love to do it while I'm cooking because I like to like set the mood while I'm cooking. And
but you play little music aloud.
Yeah, but
for
then
everybody.
But then my fiance will like yell from the other room, and I'm deaf and can't hear, and so then I'm just screaming.
You're deaf because you got huge phones on your ears.
No. I'm deaf because I grew up in a household with an actually deaf brother who wears hearing aids, and so everybody just yells.
Okay.
And so my hearing has just gone. It's bad. And it's not as bad as Ken Laird's, though. I have to turn down these headphones every time I sit here. But regardless, like then people are yelling over music, and I can't concentrate. And I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna throw the headphones on. Keep it simple.
I just think
focus up.
I think we're all developing some pretty bad habits, and I'm concerned for all of us.
Fair enough. And you know what? That's probably why we can't have 2 arenas in Boston. Create more foot traffic, more people watching their phones instead of watching the streets. Not enough people keeping their head on a swivel.
Look, I think that the first of all, having Wick on yesterday, like huge win for the Greg Hill show. I understand like having
Wick
him
is
on
awesome,
in the playoffs.
too. He's so good.
But getting him that day, hey, setting the dialogue for the city. But him saying there's only room for 1 arena in town, it's super revealing and I think accurate. And let me explain why. I don't think, well, first of all, I think probably there's a position where it's not really his business to say as much because he doesn't own that arena. And so that's why I think he kept deferring to the Jacobses because it's really Delaware North's business.
Yep.
But the amount of stuff that you have to do when it's the off season, I think people take for granted. And if you look at,
I think that excuse he gave of needing to fill it with concerts and stuff is baloney.
Why?
Because I think there are a zillion concerts, and you could absolutely fill an arena.
There's also a zillion concert halls that just opened up around here. We talk about them, like the MGM Music Hall, Roadrunner.
But that's small, like Roadrunner, also small. Like an actual arena is a much bigger opportunity, and it gives you.
What's the question is how many groups today can fill those arenas?
Oh, there's so many. I mean, think of how many you get at the TD Garden already, and there's 2 teams that play in that building. I mean, when the Celtics are on road trips and stuff, you could be filling that arena with concerts constantly.
I think it's I feel like I understand why some people would look at that and say that might be more trouble than it's worth.
I mean, maybe, but if you're paying $6.1 billion for a franchise, I would want an arena because then I can recoup a lot of that money by having concerts and such, like comedians and concerts and all kinds of different Disney on Ice, WWE, you name it, you're going to fill the arena. And I think there's plenty of opportunity for that.
I guess. I think it's kind of like starting a whole other business on top of the business of basketball, though.
Sure, but if you know that going into it, if you're buying a franchise, right? Like if you buy when was it Josh Harris who bought the Commanders? When Josh Harris buys the Commanders, he knows that for a half of the year we're not using this stadium. I'm going to sell it out to concerts and stuff.
They need a new stadium. I mean, that's a completely.
That
I don't think that can really be compared.
But regardless, you have a stadium where Kenny Chesney and Luke Combs and Post Malone and Kendrick Lamar, all of them are just going to come through and do shows.
I'm just like not about stadium concerts.
I love stadium concerts.
It is not my speed.
I used to go to Country Fest all the time. I don't anymore. I've grown out of it, but I used to go like every year.
I guess Country Fest, something like that, is a little different.
The tailgating?
Because you get to have a variety of artists. But I've been to a couple stadium shows. I've never been to a show at Gillette, but I've been to a couple stadium shows, and I'm just like, I don't know. I like feeling closer to the stage. I like being in that vibe more.
MGM Fenway might be the best arena for your money, like personally, because I
love that one.
Big enough that you can have a lot of people, but small enough where it feels quaint and you feel like close to the artist, and it feels intimate is the word I would use. And it's awesome. I love that space. I've seen a bunch of people there already. But like I saw Bruce Springsteen at Gillette. Amazing. It was so good.
Well, he's going to be good anywhere.
Yeah, but it just, I mean, I've seen a handful of people at Gillette, and it's been awesome. And again, like I think the tailgating experience makes it even 10 times better. I
feel like the biggest that I like to go for a show like that is Aganis.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like
okay.
I don't really want to go bigger than that. I understand the idea. Like I've been in instances where I've had like a suite at TD Garden, and that's fun in a different way. It just doesn't really feel like you're part of the show the way if you're at an MGM Music Hall or any of these other places that quite frankly we're giving free advertising to. And what are we doing, Shime?
I don't know. I will tell you though, the best place to see a concert on the beach.
What do you mean?
Ocean City, Maryland. I went to a festival.
You were talking about that festival.
And it is outstanding. It's so good.
That sounds really fun.
Also, Fenway in the city, amazing venue to see a concert.
You know what
amazing.
else is completely underrated? And maybe the Celtics can like start a side business on this. Beach bonfires.
Oh, tremendous. The best.
And I think maybe if we just have like a Celtics beach bonfire every time that they win the finals, that could be like a new tradition that
Growing up, my family and...
We got a North Shore guy now. Maybe we go up on the North Shore.
There you go. Growing up, my family and like friends had the Duxbury Beach Passage. You can drive right up on the beach.
Love that.
Set up like a nice fire pit. You're good to go. Like, and just make some s'mores.
That is truly the best of New England.
It is 100%.
I'm so ready for summer. I'm so ready for the NBA playoffs. I'm so ready for summer. I feel for the Celtics because they're on the longest road trip of the season out west. And I died last night when Kristaps Porzingis, when he was in his walk-off interview with Abby Chin, and she's asking about it. And he's like, we're playing some teams that aren't the best quality. I'm like, Kristaps. And he's like, by the way, I feel awful, but yeah, I guess I'm averaging 25 a game right now. I'm like, I love Kristaps.
He's the best. 617-779-7937. Dan in Rhode Island wants to talk Celtics. What's up, Dan?
Good afternoon. Megan, for summer preview, I was down in Narragansett Beach walking my dog. It was 60 degrees. There's already people out there in bikinis sitting outside.
Love it.
Little over the top, but it's coming. It's not that far away. Look, I just want to talk about from a perspective what you guys were just saying. The return on investment for a purchase nowadays, like compared to what, the Crafts paid and what the Grosbeck's paid 20 years ago, I think it's almost impossible to think that even though things still go up, it's not going to appreciate from like $7 billion to $20 billion in 20 years. It just,
it might, Dan, right? We're going to have our first player get paid $1 billion in no time at this rate.
We always say the money, where is the ceiling for this stuff? But don't you think the way the media has changed, like the way people consume sports is changing also the revenue stream for a lot of these sports in general? You know what I mean? That was always what people could fall back on. And it's just, I don't know, like you're going to get some of these, like the way baseball does it, football's doing it, they're kind of like piecemealing everything. And I just don't know if the people are going to be able to consume it the way that they once did. I just don't know. I just can't see that the money that is going to be there, like the way it once was, or the growth potential isn't where it once was.
All right, Dan, thanks for the call. Yeah, maybe the potential for growth isn't quite as high as it was when the Grosbecks bought it, but it's still there. I mean, you see all of the broadcasting deals. I'll say it's not even TV deals anymore. It's broadcasting deals that all these sports make. The money is astronomical, and that money's only going to continue to rise as those broadcasters compete for the rights. Like if you have Peacock and Netflix fighting over it, they're just going to keep trying to outbid each other. It's a supply and demand thing. There's only a few different broadcasters, and if they're fighting over the same programming, then one of them is eventually just going to blow you away with a number, and it's going to continue to get higher and higher and higher as you go on.
Yeah, I'm no expert on this side of things, but it's interesting to me when you look at how do you differentiate anything that we still think of as TV, as broadcast, as linear television versus streaming on demand? You're buying 100 different apps and maybe you're just watching it on your phone when you're at the gym.
Yeah.
It's all live events.
Sports is the only live event we watch anymore.
Yeah, unless you're one of somebody who watches like the State of the Union and the Oscars, and that's an increasingly aging.
And that's what, once a year, twice a year?
Group, which I don't like disparage. I still watch that stuff because I like watching live events, but I do think, again, not being an expert in this area, there's still a reason, even though people love to talk about declining ratings for the NBA, there's still a reason why a lot of different groups are trying to grasp onto live events.
Yeah. Rob in Swampscott thinks we're whining about the Celtics. Go ahead, Rob.
Probably, yeah.
So, I'm not saying you're whining about the Celtics. What I told the call screener was you're coming across as very whiny.
Why is
and
that?
The reality is
that's just how my voice sounds.
So here's some reality, and let's go through this real quick and not debate it. Are there more people in Boston today than there were 20 years ago?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Are there more buildings in Boston today than there were 20 years ago?
Yep.
Okay. Ergo, there's less space today than there was 20 years ago to build a building, to house that kind of a thing.
Yeah, but
now,
Rob, wouldn't you agree, though, there is still space to build something, right?
No, there isn't. Have you driven around Boston lately, or do you just take the T? There's no room to build anything. Where?
You think I take the T? The T doesn't work.
Where you could build something. Where are you going to build something? Go ahead. I'm all ears.
Well, thanks for the call, Rob. Courtney has even brought up before, behind the convention center, there's like a huge space there. I mean,
Lord, please don't do that.
You don't have to do it right in downtown Boston. You can do it in the Boston Metro. Like if you make something in Quincy, you can still access it via Boston public transport or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be in downtown Boston.
We're also pretending like other cities don't essentially demolish parts of neighborhoods to build stadiums.
100%. If they find some sort of real estate.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think Wick is telling you that there's not an intention to build another stadium. And honestly, I'm fine with that.
And you're probably right. There's probably not an intention. I just find it odd that you're selling. I mean, Matt Ishbia buys the Suns for $4.1 billion, and he gets a WNBA team and an arena and an NBA team.
But the Suns ain't the Celtics.
I understand that, but $6.1 billion and you don't even have an own stadium?
I know. I hear you. And I think that the way that these deals are made, like it's very beneficial to the NBA who want to have an expansion team, and it's very beneficial to all the other owners.
Yeah,
so,
I think Bill Simmons said they wanted it to be around this 6 number for when they get that expansion team. So that makes sense.
And so, like, I believe that. And I want to see the money go towards players and keeping the players happy. And so if that means that there's not going to be an arena in Dorchester, I'm fine with that. Like, I'm good.
It's Mego and Chime here on Boston Sports Original WEEI. One more segment to go until we get to Red Sox baseball on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The Greg Hill Show.
Pick bracket finally assembled.
Yes.
So what are the 1 seeds?
1 seeds, we've got Men in Flip-Flops.
All right.
Carrying an
That seems like a direct attack on me.
Yep.
Fine.
Carrying an EpiPen. Adult Disney goer. And the last 1 seed is Rude to Wait Staff.
Okay.
That's an important one.
That's the overall number 1 for me.
Did you miss something? Listen to the podcast on the Odyssey app or at WEEI.com. The Greg Hill Show. Mornings 6 to 10 on New England Sports Original. WEEI. WEEI.
Regresaron los Pro Días de Ahorros a Lowe's con ofertas por tiempo limitado. Ahorra hasta 40% en electrodomésticos selectos y además ahorra $100 extra por cada $1,000 de compra en electrodomésticos selectos. Además, no pierdas la oportunidad de activar y ganar 3 veces los puntos en herramientas selectas de Walt y Klein Tools. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 3/28. Selección varía por lugar hasta agotar existencias. Detalles y artículos que califican con un asociado o en Lowe's.com.
Let's talk numbers. In-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which adds up. But with BetterHelp Online Therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. Therapy should feel accessible, not like a luxury. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp has served over 5 million people globally and helps you fit therapy into your busy life. Your well-being is worth it. Visit BetterHelp.com/grow today to get 10% off your first month.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo, kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Embrace the season with plants, flowers, and more during Spring Starts event at the Home Depot. Find everything you need to bring more convenience, entertainment, and security to your home. Explore a wide selection of smart home tech like cameras, doorbells, thermostats, lights, and more. Transform your home during Spring Starts event at the Home Depot now through April 2nd. Product varies by store. See store for details.
Feel that? The NWSL is on Ion.
Yeah, I feel it. It's game time.
Let's go! spice them up. We're hitting up all your favorite clubs.
Showing off a little skills now. The shot and a goal, run
The new Saturday Night Out is on ION all season long. Find ION wherever you watch.
ION, it's on.
En Lowe's, aprovecha los descuentazos solo para miembros de My Lowe's durante fiesta de primavera. Ahorra $40 en un grifo dorado Allen & Roth Chesler, antes $99, ahora $59. Además, ahorra $110 en el kit de una orilladora y un soplador inalámbricos con batería Cobalt de 40 voltios, antes $279, ahora $169. Válido hasta 3/24, hasta agotar existencias. Programa sujeto a términos y condiciones. Detalles en lowes.com/terms, sujeto a cambios.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Let's talk numbers. In-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which adds up. But with BetterHelp Online Therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. Therapy should feel accessible, not like a luxury. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp has served over 5 million people globally and helps you fit therapy into your busy life. Your well-being is worth it. Visit BetterHelp.com/grow today to get 10% off your first month.
You're listening to Mego and Shime on WEEI.
Mego and Shime here on Boston Sports Original WEEI. A few minutes away from Red Sox Rays here on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. A little spring training action for you. But before we get out of here, Mego, I want to hit on Steph Diggs and the Patriots.
Yeah.
Steph Diggs came in the other day for a visit, met with the team, kind of had dinner with the team, and then reportedly left. You got my contact. I got your contact. Out the door he went. No contract offer.
Contacts, no contracts.
Yeah, contacts, no contracts. If you're the New England Patriots, why'd you let him out the door? What was this? Was this a legitimate interest visit?
Yes.
Or was this a we need better pub on the receiver market visit and he needs to show other teams that he's available?
Do people really think that? Do people really think that they're trying to get good press by putting that out there?
Well, it works for both sides, right? They look better because they're getting ripped for not getting a receiver, and he shows the rest of the NFL that he's available to be acquired.
These are two different conversations. Is Steph Diggs using the Patriots as leverage to try to get other offers or get higher offers? We've seen that happen with other receivers over the last 2 years.
Absolutely.
So I don't
DeAndre Hopkins, Calvin Ridley.
at all. But the Patriots hosting him and going through medicals and a get-to-know-you visit for a day and a half to try to get good publicity, I don't buy that. I think that they are genuinely interested in him. They want to see where his knee is at, where he is in his process of getting back, and if it's on track, and if he's going to be somebody who can play in October here and somebody who can be a 1,000-yard receiver. Because, no, he's not going to be who he was 5 years ago when he's got 1,500
Even last year, he was playing
yards.
well before he got hurt.
Exactly. But can he be an upgrade to your receiver room? And by all accounts, down in Houston, very well liked. I know he has this reputation because he's been on 3 different teams by the time he hit 30. But I think that was a legit visit. Why did he walk? I don't know. I don't know if that's because of something with the knee. I don't know if
But they didn't even offer a contract. It's one thing to get offered a contract and be like, I need to sit on this. But reportedly, they haven't even offered him a deal.
So he's 5 months removed from his ACL tear.
Sure.
He did it in week 8 of last season. So I don't know exactly what the math with that would be. I think it's kind of like a risky move from the Patriots if they don't know what the knee is. If they don't have an idea,
But they ran medicals,
He's
right?
31 years old.
That was the whole point of bringing him in?
Right, but we act like do you think that they just take the little, I don't know what it's called, the little doctor hammer, and they hit his knee, and they're like,
they have an X-ray machine in the building.
Good.
They can do X-rays. They can have him do a couple drills if they need to, if he's capable of it.
I'm sure they put him through the paces, but I kind of think that if they had made the deal on the spot that would have been like, wow, that would have been a bigger shock than he walked out of the building and they don't have a deal yet.
Yeah, I crashed out earlier this week because this team just refuses to sign receivers, trade for them, do anything.
You
to
know what?
acquire
I'll call
actual
up my
talent.
brother because that's his guy. So,
Oh, you're right. You said your brother played with him in high school?
Yeah, my brother was his high school teammate. So
That's
we'll
kind of
see.
awesome.
We'll see what.
That's a flex.
We'll see what Pat Ottolini has to say on Steph Diggs.
Love it. Thanks for tuning in this morning to Mego and Shime, or this afternoon. It was a quick one, but it's time for some Red Sox baseball right here on the Charleston Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Red Sox and Rays, Tanner Houck on the mound. We'll talk to you next Saturday. See ya.
Afternoons with Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
The 32 nickname bracket.
Best
greatest
nickname in Boston sports history.
I think is going to win.
Okay, yes.
The GOAT.
Nope. I think Gronk beats out the GOAT. Patriots will not win.
Oh, who you got winning? I do like Rocket. Poppy. You think Poppy's going to win?
That's my favorite nickname.
Did you miss something? Listen to the podcast on the Odyssey app or at WEEI.com. Afternoons with Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson. Weekdays 2 to 6 on New England Sports Original, WEEI.
Lowe's knows you need quality paint at a price that works for you. That's why My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get 20% off all future paint and stain purchases once annual paint qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Shop today and earn rewards on your Valspar, HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, and Cabot purchases. Lowe's, we help, you save. Exclude spray paint and mist tints. More terms and restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for full details. Subject to change.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo, kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
This episode was brought to you by Allianz Travel Insurance. Hotel booked? Check. Tickets? Check. Passport? Check. What about travel insurance? Get a quote at AllianzTravelInsurance.com.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.99% APR on a 2025 Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or HR-V.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
You feel that? The NWSL is on Ion.
Yeah, I feel it. It's game time.
Let's go!
Lace them up. We're hitting up all your favorite clubs.
Showing off a little skill now. The shot and a goal, run
The new Saturday Night Out is on Ion all season long. Find Ion wherever you watch.
Ion, it's on.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo, kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Popeyes has the wings you crave as a meal, for a snack, or to fill the table at your next party. Crunchy, spicy bone-in wings or tender, white meat boneless wings are seasoned to perfection in Louisiana herbs and spices, and then tossed in so many different amazing flavors that you can't tell if one is better than the last. Pick your wing, choose your sauce, and savor all the flavor possibilities. It's the best of both wings, and they're only at Popeyes.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
At participation.
EI Red Sox Radio Network.
Rafael Devers is not human.
Getting you ready for the 2025 season. Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Joe Castiglione and Lou Merloni.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Charlotte County Stadium, where the Red Sox take on the Tampa Bay Rays for the fourth time this spring. Red Sox have won twice and the Rays once. We have a beautiful afternoon for baseball. The temperature will be in the low 70s. As we had a bit of a cold front come through here. Normally very windy, but right now it's pretty still here at the ballpark as the Red Sox come in with a record of 15 wins, 10 defeats, and 2 ties. The Rays have won 11, lost 12, and tied 4. Tanner Houck will be in the rotation, of course, gets the start, and Shane McClanahan will be their opening day starter coming off Tommy John surgery, goes for the Rays. Lou Merloni joining us on the broadcast today. And he'll have the lineups next on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Lowe's knows what makes SpringFest savings even better are member-only doorbuster deals. Right now, rewards members can save $40 on an Allen & Roth Chesler Gold faucet. Was $99, now $59. Plus, save $110 on a Cobalt 40-volt battery trimmer and blower combo kit. Was $279, now $169. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/24 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
You feel that?
The NWSL is on Ion.
Yeah, I feel it. It's game time. Let's go!
Lace them up. We're hitting up all your favorite clubs.
Showing off a little skills now. The shot and a goal! Run it!
The new Saturday Night Out is on Ion all season long. Find Ion wherever you watch.
Ion, it's on.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo, kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Great to have Lou Merloni here at Charlotte County Stadium, which was rebuilt after Hurricane Ian in 2022. They had to play at Tampa Bay in 23. But it looks nice, and we should have a very good crowd here today, Lou. You have the starting lineups.
Sure do, Joe. For the Boston Red Sox, Christian Campbell. He will bat leadoff and play second, with Masataka Yoshida DHing, batting second, rather Campbell leading off. Trevor Story's the third hole hitter. He's playing shortstop. Willie Abreu will be in right field batting fourth. Nick Solgaard's the left fielder batting fifth. Carlos Narvaez will be behind the plate, with Roman Anthony batting seventh in center field. Abraham Toro will be at first base batting eighth. And batting ninth at third base will be Marcelo Meyer. For the Tampa Bay Rays, leading off, Johnny DeLuca. He'll be in center field, with Yandy Diaz batting second as the designated hitter. Brandon Lau, he'll be at shortstop batting third. Josh Lowe, he'll be in right field batting fourth. Curtis Mead, got a monster of a camp. He'll be at third base batting fifth. Jonathan Aranda will be at first base, followed by Jose Caballero in left field batting seventh. Kenny Piper is doing the catching. Taylor Walls will bat ninth. He will be at shortstop as the big man Shane McClanahan continues his warm-ups and gets ready for the first pitch. Another beautiful day here down in Fort Myers. Last road game for the Boston Red Sox, at least here in Florida. Another last homestand game will be tomorrow before we head off to Mexico for a couple of days. Opening day just a few days away, Thursday in Texas. Well, Christian Campbell, another opportunity to play second base. He's going to be leading off here tonight, facing a tough opponent here in the lefty Shane McClanahan, coming back from Tommy John. And with the call of the game, I'm honored to introduce the Hall of Famer, Joe Castiglione.
Thank you very much, Lou Maloney. Great to have you alongside here. Still think one of my career highlights, calling your first at bat at Fenway when you hit one into the screen at Fenway Park for a home run.
Highlight for both of us, Joe.
McClanahan's first pitch is fouled out of play. Strike one by Campbell, who's 7 of 42, 167. He's cut down on the strikeouts. He still has 15. But have you noticed improvement with the stroke?
Well, I think the contact has been better, Joe. It's just he's running some issues where he's heading to minor leagues, where the hard contact turns into, two hoppers to second, two hoppers to short. Got to get the ball in the air.
Right-hand batter against the left-hand pitcher, and it's up and away. McClanahan, a Baltimore native, spent his high school years in Cape Coral, right outside of Fort Myers. He was 11-2 before he blew out his arm, his elbow, at 23. There's a breaking ball for a strike, and he had Tommy John, and he's bounced back pretty well. He's only pitched 4 2/3 innings in Grapefruit League games, but has been effective. He'll go short today, and then he'll open the season against the Colorado Rockies on Friday. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, he threw heat by him there.
98-mile-an-hour fastball.
I guess he's back.
Yeah, and that's where he kind of lives. I mean, he's known he can hit 100 at times, but 98 plays. He's got a changeup, curveball, and a slider. And really, that changeup to righties is that big swing and miss to go with that 98.
Here's Yoshida now, who's 9 of 32 with 281 with a homer, 7 RBIs. One away, ball one. Seems pretty certain he'll open on the injured list.
Yeah, he got up to about 90 feet playing catch the other day, but they really got to get that arm going. Cora wants him to play some left field.
Here it is, and the left-hand batter takes a breaking ball for a strike. Home plate umpire is Jeremy Rennick. Will Little at first base, not Will Middlebrooks. Chris Siegel is at second, and Junior Valentin at third. The pitch. Fastball taken up and away.
It's interesting with Yoshida. Obviously, Devers at this point will be the designated hitter. He will not have a day off. So any at-bats Yoshida gets will be in left, or maybe off the bench when he is healthy.
2-1 is in there for a strike. He had the shoulder surgery, so that's why he has to stretch out that arm. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This guy's very tough on lefties. He's tough on everybody. McClanahan's pitch, a fastball line foul down the left side into the stands.
It's hard, too, because Yoshida's had a really nice camp. You mentioned 281. He's got a home run, driven in 7. Be a huge addition to this team, but the way it's put together now, it's maybe in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, he joins it, and there's a little bit of left.
Fastball hit high to left field and pretty well. Back toward the warning track by the fence, and leaping out there to make the catch is Caballero for the out. Now, the wind is blowing out that way from right across toward left, but that ball was hit pretty well.
Yeah, another positive at bat. That's what spring training's about, right? It's really about the results. I mean, you can get a bunch of hits, but if they're broken bats and bloopers in the outfield in spring, you'll take those in the regular season, don't get me wrong. But in camp, that line out or drive the ball to the wall, those are good at bats here in March.
And he took the fastball the other way, almost hit it out. Call strike to Trevor Story, who's at .333, 13 hits, 2 homers, 8 RBIs, and healthy. Did have a little tweak a couple of days ago, but he's been in the lineup.
Yeah, he's had a couple of scares with the lower back. Yesterday got a late scratch. Earlier in camp, the same thing happened. Only to come back here today, so that's a good sign. I think they're just being overly cautious. Obviously, there's an injury history with him, so make sure he's ready for opening day.
Here's the pitch to him, and it rides up and away. 2 out and nobody on in the first inning. Red Sox and the Rays going at it here at Charlotte County Stadium. There's the pitch, and he swings and fouls it out of play. This used to be the home of the Stone Crabs in the Florida State League, but they were contracted.
Well, back when I was here, it was always the Rangers in Charlotte.
Yeah, they came here in the mid to late 80s, and they didn't build a very good facility. Tampa Bay, after the Rangers left to go out to Arizona, Tampa Bay took over and rebuilt this place much more effectively. There's a swing and a miss at a good off-speed pitch down and away. Dave Weekly at it. Catcher tags him for the out that retires the side. Rays coming up on the Shaws in Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of Ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
You feel that?
The NWSL is on Ion.
Yeah, I feel it. It's game time. Let's go!
Lace them up. We're hitting up all your favorite clubs.
Showing off a little skill now. The shot and a goal, run
The new Saturday Night Out is on Ion all season long. Find Ion wherever you watch.
Ion, it's on.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball
on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Tanner Houck's first pitch, a fastball pumped in for a call strike to Johnny DeLuca, who'll be their starting center fielder. 194 this spring with one run batted in. Right-hand batter, swings and misses. Jose Siri has moved on. You think that this young man's a better overall athlete, but Siri probably had a slight edge defensively. There's a line drive, and what a diving stop, and caught. It's caught by Campbell. Wasn't sure if he short-hopped it or not, but the second base umpire gives the out call. Chris Siegel. There was a low bullet going to his glove side and made a dive and grabbed it.
That was an absolutely beautiful reaction from Christian Campbell. Good first step. This ball was slicing away from him to his left, and he just reached out and barely got a piece of it. We've seen the athletic play from Campbell at second. That's another one. Dude, for me, again, he had that game where he made like 3 or 4 diving plays, and this one here was fantastic.
One of the best plays we've seen by an infielder this spring.
I just want to see more routine plays hit to him, right? Those are the ones we want to make.
Yandy Diaz hits one slowly to short, grabbed by the charging Story, who throws on the move. Picked it first for the out. Abraham Toro playing at first base today. You ever seen an infielder that jumps so much at throwing his story?
Yeah, he loves throwing on the run. You know, it's funny. Remember that year he went over at second base, his first year here? He was playing second like a short. Like he's throwing on the run a lot. Even at second base, he's just comfortable, athletic.
He was very good there, too. Here's Brendan Lau, longtime Red Sox nemesis. He's starting at shortstop today. He'll be their second baseman. Here's the pitch home and a ground ball foul. Now, he is at second today. He will be the regular second baseman with Wall starting at short.
Yeah, really the offense is the question with the Rays, right? McClanahan is back, Rasmussen is back, Baz, Pepio, they have 6 deep in starting pitching, but a team that hit over 800 runs, one of the better offenses in 23 last year, just over 600.
There's a dribbler foul around the batter's box. They do a lot of platooning.
Yeah, it's got to come down to the offense. You know, if they can score runs, they'll be in this thing that they always are. But it's Lau, it's a guy on deck, Lowe, the Lau-Lowe combination, Diaz. If they get some offense, they can be scary.
Tanner Houck works. And a high strike swung on and missed. He tried to hold up, couldn't do it. That had some heat. 1, 2, 3, they go. No score after one of the Shaws at Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Lowe sabe que buscas pinturas de buena calidad y a un buen precio. Por eso, como miembro de My Lowe's Pro Rewards, ahorra 20% en tus compras futuras de tintes y pinturas después de que tus gastos anuales calificados en pinturas lleguen a $3,000. Compra ahora y gana recompensas en productos de marcas de pintura confiables. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Excluye pintura en aerosol y mal tintados. Aplican más términos y condiciones. Detalles en Lowe's.com/terms, sujeto a cambios.
You feel that?
The NWSL is on Ion.
Yeah, I feel it. It's game time. Let's go!
Lace them up. We're hitting up all your favorite clubs.
Showing off a little skill now. The shot and a goal! Run there!
The new Saturday Night Out is on Ion all season long. Find Ion wherever you watch.
Ion, it's on.
Let's talk numbers. In-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which adds up. But with BetterHelp Online Therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. Therapy should feel accessible, not like a luxury. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp has served over 5 million people globally and helps you fit therapy into your busy life. Your well-being is worth it. Visit BetterHelp.com/grow today to get 10% off your first month.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Second inning, no score, and here's William Abreu, who is 0 for 12 since coming off the sick list. Tough task with his lefty McClanahan. The first pitch of the left-hand batter is a breaking ball, low and away, ball 1. Does he look like he's back to normal strength and weight?
It's hard. It's so limited action. You know, I know he's getting ABs in the back, but this is a good test here today.
Takes a fastball riding up and into another.
I'm sure he'd love to break this 0 for 12. I know it's camp and it doesn't mean much to most people, but I want to get out of Florida with a hit.
You see, when he's missed most of the spring with the illness, he drives one high to right center field, pretty well hit. It's going to hang up for the right fielder or center fielder, and the right fielder low runs it down, but he hit that ball pretty well.
Yeah, that's a swing you'll be happy about. You know, Willier last year only had 61 at-bats. Hit 180 against lefties, and you think Gore does this rookie years with lefties, did it with Casas, did it with Devers, and think maybe he gets out there more against lefties. And there's not many better than this guy on the mound.
Switch hitting Nick Sogard at the plate, playing left field today. Played all over the infield, including first base, taking high ball 1. So McClanahan's retired the first 4 men he's faced. He's got a very small windup and drills a fastball in there. He's very efficient, as one of the harder throwing left-handers in the game. And one of the best when he's healthy. The pitch to the switch hitter, runs inside on the hands. No score in the second inning. Rays wearing their powder blue jerseys, white pants, the Red Sox with the red jerseys and gray. Here's the pitch home. Swinging a ground ball foul, top to the backstop. Sogard has a pretty good shot to make the club.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think, Romy Gonzalez, there's still some question. I think he thinks he's fine. You had that little scare of the oblique, but it's not that. Ref Schneider's here, backup catcher, maybe the guy here on deck, Narvaez.
McClanahan fires, and a weak swing and a foul to the backstop on a hard slider. Tied him up.
I think it really depends on what they do with Campbell. If Campbell's the everyday second baseman, then it looks like Hamilton will be in that utility role.
2-2 pitch. Swinging a high foul. Score's always been very fond of Sogard in his abilities.
He's a good player, and if Campbell, they look at it and they say, maybe just give him a little bit of time in AAA, you would think maybe Hamilton's that guy at second, with Sogard kind of now playing a utility role and finding a spot.
2-2 pitch from Shane McClanahan. And it's low and inside. A cutter missing. McClanahan will start opening day against the Colorado Rockies. They'll be at Fort Myers actually Monday to play the Twins as they come to Florida from Arizona. Ready for opening day. 3-2 is in there. Strike three. Need a spot down and away at 95. That was more of a two-seamer. He can really change the grip on the fastball, ride it or sink it.
Well, when you're talking about big power lefties in the game, you've got one in Crochet. I tell you what, Crochet versus McClanahan could be a fun game.
Oh, yeah.
And then you throw in Scooble. Those three guys, they just stand out.
And breaking ball's in there for a call strike to Narvaez, the catcher. 226, 2 RBIs. He's really impressed with his defense. Right-hand hitter from Venezuela. The Red Sox got from the Yankees. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a high rider. That overmatched him.
Yeah, he really fits in what they're looking for in a backup catcher. If Connor Wong's your everyday guy, it's hard to keep a catcher known for his bat and expect for him to play once every 5-6 days and swing the bat properly. So you want a guy defensively that can handle a staff, and that's where he excels.
The 0-2. Outside, 1-2. Yankees were very fond of him.
Yep. Good thrower, framer, blocker, really nice behind the plate. Probably the inside edge here now to back up Connor Wong and make this team.
McClanahan has retired the first 5. Fanning 3 delivers 1-2. The catcher drives one well toward the gap in left center field. No one's going to catch it. Hits on the track, rolls to the wall. And Narvaez is into second with a booming double. That was an off-speed pitch, and he cranked it.
Yeah, really set back on that good changeup from McClanahan. Stayed through it. Left center, nobody had a chance, and that's kind of like the added bonus, right? It's there. He's still a young hitter. He had an enormous winter ball. He hit 377 right after they got him. They were following him. They liked the way he was swinging the bat. And if the offense comes with it, with the defensive profile, now you're talking about maybe an expanded role. Really about him just being good defensively for now.
Well, here's Roman Anthony at a test for this 20-year-old. And McClanahan misses inside with a slider. Roman is 7 for 32, 1 homer, 10 RBIs. Basically one of the best lefties in the game, this left-hand batter. And he takes it low and away. Showed good selectivity at the plate.
Yeah, it's been quality at bats. The production, hitting 219 now, but 6 walks to go with 11 strikeouts. Laying off something like that and, get the count 2-0, it's impressive.
Comes in with a pitch for a call strike. Fastball moving in on the left-hand batter. The right fielder, Lowe, is way off the line. He'd probably get 3 bags if he went into the corner. Here's the 2-1. Check swing, and did he hold? Yes, he did, says Valentin, the third base umpire.
See, and that's the thing right there. It's 2-1 count. He comes with that nasty changeup, and Anthony recognizes it and lays off of it. Now, once you get in these counts, you want to take advantage of it.
Here it is, outside. So he draws a walk. That was a very good at bat.
That's one area, Joe, where he really improved last year. The year before, Roman Anthony against lefties hit 219. So they want him to get better at facing left-handed pitching. So he comes back next year. Last season, hit 316 against left-handed pitching. in 1 year made a huge adjustment. That was a quality at bat.
It's remarkable. There's a swing and a high pop-up by Abraham Toro, first base side near the stands. And by the stands, it is caught by the first baseman Aranda to retire the side. Red Sox strand 2. No score after an inning and a half on the Shaws at Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Network.
You feel that?
The NWSL is on Ion.
Yeah, I feel it. It's game time. Let's go!
Lace them up. We're hitting up all your favorite clubs.
Showing off a little skill now. The shot and a goal! Run
The new Saturday Night Out is on Ion all season long. Find Ion wherever you watch.
Ion, it's on.
Lowe's sabe que buscas pinturas de buena calidad y a un buen precio. Por eso, como miembro de My Lowe's Pro Rewards, ahorra 20% en tus compras futuras de tintes y pinturas después de que tus gastos anuales calificados en pinturas lleguen a $3,000. Compra ahora y gana recompensas en productos de marcas de pintura confiables. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Excluye pintura en aerosol y mal tintados. Aplican más términos y condiciones. Detalles en Lowe's.com/terms, sujeto a cambios.
Let's talk numbers. In-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which adds up. But with BetterHelp Online Therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. Therapy should feel accessible, not like a luxury. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp has served over 5 million people globally and helps you fit therapy into your busy life. Your well-being is worth it. Visit BetterHelp.com/grow today to get 10% off your first month.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
No score, bottom of the second inning. Here's the left-hand batting Josh Lowe, the right fielder. .415 this spring with 2 homers. Bluffs a bunt. Now he does bunt. Pushes it foul down the third base side by the Red Sox dugout. Host your next team building or client event in America's most historic ballpark. Secure exclusivity with hospitality areas for the biggest games of the year. RedSox.com/groups. Click Group Hospitality to learn more. 1-1 now the count to the left-hand batting Lowe, former Texas Ranger. Going to bunt again, takes a strike. Maybe working on something. Third baseman's wide of the line.
Well, he's a big guy that can leave the ballpark, too, but there are times during the year you just want to get that knock, and if they're going to give it to you, you want to work on it, you might as well do it here.
Here's the pitch, and he swings and grounds one into right field. A base hit, pulled between third and short. Campbell had no chance to get it. Myers at third base today. Played second base for the first time earlier this week.
You know, there's certain infielders, Joe, that can just play everywhere. Myers in that category. I put Story in that category. Bregman in that category. Just good defenders. That's why when Myers been at second, he's looked really comfortable. I think he's looked comfortable at third.
Here's Curtis Mead, the Australian, has had quite a spring training. And he takes it low and away. 19 of 35, 543 with 1 homer, 3 RBIs.
He got his way onto this team. They sent Eloy Jimenez down to AAA because of the camp that this guy's had.
Playing at third today, although Caminero will be their starting third baseman. There's a call strike. What was the toughest adjustment for you? Because you played all 4 infields.
I didn't like third. Because sometimes, it's all about the first step. If you don't get the right first step, see the ball off the bat, if you're not comfortable, there are times you kind of feel like a goaltender over there.
Here's the 1-1, and a ground ball into left center, a base hit. Almost hit the umpire. Stopping at second base is Lowe. First and second and nobody out. But at third, at least you have a chance to knock it down. You can't do that. It's short.
Right. Yeah. It's just the short, just at the angles. Like the whole field's in front of you at third base. Those little choppers sometimes, you either come in at one step and get on a nice short hop, but if you don't get that good first step, now you get an in-between hop, right? And it's just makes it more difficult. He makes it look easy, Meyer at third.
Jonathan Aranda hitting .250 with a homer, 6 knocked in. The left-hand batter takes a strike. I wonder where Brooks Robinson once said about 70% of the ground balls to a third baseman are top rather than smoke. Did you find that when you played there?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of routine ground balls, just little rollers down to you, but
can't play deep like you can at short. The pitch is in there for a strike. How about adjusting day to day at different infield positions?
I think in that role that I had, guys like Sogard, those types of players, like you always work it short and play off of it. Every day you're taking ground balls at short. And maybe one day it's short third, then maybe the next day it's short and second. Kind of always want to turn 2 from second. So it's just trying to get as comfortable as you can to whatever spot you're in. You just sort of trust the work you've put in.
Houck delivers, and a ground ball bounced between third and short. It's in the left field, a base hit, runner being waved home. And Sogard flips it toward third. It's 1-0 Tampa Bay. Well, 3 straight singles here. That wasn't scalded, but placed well. Big bounding ball. So Houck has now allowed 20 hits in 11 innings. Is that a concern?
Yeah, it's the contact, right? Not that much swing and miss. We saw Brandon Lau, that strike 3. That was an elevated four-seamer that he's kind of bringing into the picture here this year, much like Bayo did last year in the second half. But there's not a lot of swing and miss. These are all 3 ground balls. The first 2 were hit hard. That one there just really found a hole in a shift of an infield.
Now Jose Caballero, the left fielder, one of their top prospects. Pitch is swung on, ripped to right center field, sinking fast. That's down for a base hit. Runner at second, Meade had to hold to make sure it wouldn't be caught, so the bases are loaded with nobody out. That was loud contact.
Yeah, it's been a struggle for Tanner. Now you're talking about 11 innings. As you mentioned, 22 hits in 11 innings and just 6 strikeouts. And again, that swing and miss stuff that we saw last year was so electric with that sweeper split combo. Just to be eluding them right now here in camp.
Now the right-hand batting catcher, Kenny Piper, 222 in limited action, 1 RBI, takes a slider away, ball 1. Not expected to make their club out of spring training. Third base coach is Brady Williams, the son of great Red Sox manager Jimmy Williams. Pitch slides away. I know Jimmy was a favorite of yours as he was of mine.
My first manager, he was fantastic, great teacher of the game for infielders. Just a good baseball man.
Particularly good on throwing, right?
Yeah.
How to throw a baseball for an infielder. 2-0 pitch from Tanner. He is swung on, golf foul to the right, out of play.
He always loved Mike Benjamin.
Yeah.
The way he threw the baseball, because Benji threw one of the truest baseballs I've ever seen. Like you talk about four-seamer, just straight true, right? You don't want to throw 2-seamers as an infielder, ball sinking on the first baseman. And Benji threw a beautiful ball.
Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. I remember Jimmy always touting that about Benji.
Yep.
Utility infielder. I think we got from the Giants. 2-2. Jimmy was a stickler for fundamentals. 2-2 pitch is taken. I used to tell me about the competition that he helped foster between the great threesome of the Braves, Glavine, Maddox, Smoltz, who would carry in the bunting, hitting, and of course on the golf course too. 3-2 pitch, fouled off the foot of the umpire. And I remember Jimmy really helped make Trot Nixon a hitter. He would take him down to the batting cage and be dripping with sweat every day. And Trot really appreciated it and developed into a Red Sox Hall of Famer. Three and two with 3 on and nobody out, a run home. Tanner Houck was giving up 4 straight hits to start the second inning. Piper chokes up on the bat. Here's the pitch, and he swings and rips one to the gap in left center field, sinking fast. It's off the glove of the diving center fielder, rolling to the wall. It's picked up by Sogard at the warning track. It'll clear the bases. 3 runs home, and the Rays lead it 4-0. Oh, a line shot into left center. Roman Anthony nearly made a spectacular play, but it ticked off his glove. He was hammered, though. 4-0 Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Roman had a nice jump on this ball, and He closed nice on it, got a glove on it. I thought he was going to come down with this thing, but it just hit off the end of it. And then kind of scooted by him. It was off that right-handed bat, right? And he kind of hooked it a little bit. So I think Roman thought maybe he had it under control, but that last minute it was hooking more towards left field. And it went just off his glove in the dive.
I thought it was going to bounce and get up the gap completely, but he outran it, got there with a dive. And it's a 3-run triple for Kenny Piper, giving him 4 RBIs in the spring. Infield back, even with nobody out. And a 4-0 lead, and the switch-hitting Walls takes a strike. Walls has never hit very much, 259 this spring, but he's a good defender and a switch hitter. The 0-1. Top down the first base side. Farrow to get a run home, but it kicks foul. Grabbed by Toro by the coach's box. Well, the contact has been pretty loud here off Hart.
Well, I think when it comes to spring training here, you know, how coming into this game with that 6.3 ERA, and it's only going up. You mentioned 5 hits in a row now. That's 22 hits. Yeah, it's been a tough spring for him. And the only hope you can do now, listen, the good news is that he's healthy. He's still throwing the ball 95, 96, and you hope when the lights go on in Texas, see some different results.
The 0-2. Ground ball hit the second to get a run home, right to Campbell, who scoops it and throws the first for the out. Regular season game, you'd have the infield in there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would think you would, but here we are in camp, and it's one of those, hey, let's get some outs. Tanner's pitch count's going up here in this inning. Get some action out in that bullpen. We've seen it before, right, Tanner? Pitch count for the starter goes up in one inning. Maybe you pull him, you bring somebody else to finish the inning, and then maybe he goes back out in the third, kind of finish his day.
So it's 5-0. Here's the leadoff hitter, DeLuca, who takes the ball. He had a shot to the right side, and Kristen Campbell made a diving stab of his line drive in the first inning. 5-0 Rays, only 1 out. And a ground ball fisted to the charging shortstop. Story throwing on the move, gets it. Very smoothly done. 2 down for Yandy Diaz, who grounded to short his first time up. The Rays have extended Diaz. They picked up a club option for 2026 and actually added a vesting option for 27. He's always hurt the Red Sox. Has some power and very selective, always among the league leaders in walks. And he takes a strike. 5-0 Rays in the second. Here it is, and there's a good hard sinker in there for a strike. Got a lot of cut to that pitch. Full house here at Charlotte County Stadium. Nub foul, third base side. They have a couple of grassy areas out in left down the line and fairground as well. Boardwalk around the outfield from left field over toward the right field foul line, except for the hitter's backdrop in center. There's a high pop-up, playable for the second baseman. Campbell at the edge of the outfield grass makes the play, but the Rays get 5 runs. So it is now 5-0 Rays on the Shaw Star Market, WEI Red Sox Network.
Lowe's sabe que buscas pinturas de buena calidad y a un buen precio. Por eso, como miembro de My Lowe's Pro Rewards, ahorra 20% en tus compras futuras de tintes y pinturas después de que tus gastos anuales calificados en pinturas lleguen a $3,000. Compra ahora y gana recompensas en productos de marcas de pintura confiables. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Excluye pintura en aerosol y mal tintados. Aplican más términos y condiciones. Detalles en Lowe's.com/terms, sujeto a cambios.
Let's talk numbers. In-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which adds up. But with BetterHelp Online Therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. Therapy should feel accessible, not like a luxury. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp has served over 5 million people globally and helps you fit therapy into your busy life. Your well-being is worth it. Visit BetterHelp.com/grow today to get 10% off your first month.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing, then another, and don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation, but then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather-appointed seats are available features.
The Christian Arcand Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Marcelo Meyer leading off in the third, 5-0 Rays. The first pitch of the left-hand batter's low and away. 333 from Marcelo. He's 11 for 33, 1 homer, 10 RBIs. He looks very calm and comfortable. Now he's facing one of the toughest lefties in the game. McClanahan delivers. The left-hand batter swings and misses at an off-speed pitch away. Great to see Buster Olney from ESPN. Here's the pitch on its way, and it's in there for a strike. He was a Dodger fan as a kid, but a great fan of Red Sox radio because he didn't have a TV at home in Vermont growing up.
Nice. Buster, they're talking April 6th. Sunday Night Baseball, Sox at home against the Cardinals.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Meyer swings and rips one hard. Oh, what a play by the shortstop. Throws him his knees to first and got him. A wicked shot over the second base bag. Got one up, and Taylor Walls went diving, stabbed it, and threw from a knee to get him at first. That was another shot off the bat of Meyer.
That's a 2-strike shot, too, on that slider. I mean, he just continues to look so comfortable and relaxed, probably more comfortable than any of the big three. That was a really impressive at-bat.
For the 21-year-old, here comes Kristen Campbell, who struck out his first time up. Fouls this one around the batter's box as he got jammed. The ESPN, Buster was telling us we'll have...
McClanahan called out the trainer. Oh, this isn't good.
Like a back?
I don't know what he's doing, but he called the trainer out.
Yeah, I think he wants to come out of the game. What a killer that would be for Tampa Bay after he's been rehabbing since the surgery in August of 23. Now he's talking to the pitching coach, Carl Snyder.
He's grabbing his glove and gesturing to the kind of the back of his elbow.
He's going to come out back of his elbow, and he had Tommy John.
Oh.
Wow, that could be their season in a nutshell right there.
That is devastating. Happened back in August of 23. It's his second Tommy John, Joe. Came back. He has been looking fantastic in camp. Again, we've seen it already here today. The fastball at 98. He's, again, one of the special arms in our game and one of the true aces, the way he throws the baseball. But after he threw that pitch to Campbell, you know, I don't know if there was a yell or a scream or something, but when Campbell fouled this ball off, it hit the umpire, but Campbell just was staring at McClanahan. And I was wondering what it was about. I don't know if he heard something, and then McClanahan quickly walked off the mound, gestured to the dugout right away, and used his glove to point to his elbow, throwing elbow. And that is just not good.
Right after Tommy John, and Kevin Cash walked out to talk to the umpires now at the mound with his head down.
You know, it's like Garrett Cole with his injury. You know, you're a fan of the game. You know, you talk about the opponents and everything else. You want the best in this game to be out there. You want Cole out there. You want to see Devers hit homers off him, right? You want McClanahan out there, and you want to beat him. You know, he's a great pitcher, but you accept the competition, and it's not good for the game. You want to see guys like this out in the mound, and now he's walking out with the trainer out to that right field corner, back to that locker room, and just never a good sign. You see a pitcher coming off that mound after throwing a pitch and pointing to his elbow and walking off the field basically before anybody could get to him.
At first, he sort of grabbed his back, but it's obviously the elbow. And as you said, twice repaired surgically, Tommy John surgery. So we'll have a right-hander out of the mound who will get all the time he needs with the injury to Shane McClanahan. And they really cast a pall over this whole Tampa Bay camp. This is their last game here this spring. They move up to Steinbrenner Field, and the Yankees play their last game this weekend at Steinbrenner Field before going north. And they have to cover all of the Yankee signage. The only thing left uncovered will be the George Steinbrenner statue.
Yeah. Be an interesting move for them, but again, you know, you get Rasmussen back, McClanahan back, Pepio, Boz, I mean, Vidal. They have 6 legit starters. Taj Bradley, another one. So this team was really relying on pitching. Now they still have 5 good ones. It's just that lose a guy like that, it's never good. This Tampa Bay pitcher is going to get all the time he can now to get loose. J.J. Goss, the righty.
Goss, and they're going to play 20 of their first 30 games at home. That's because of the summer rain. When you get into rainy season here, it rains in the anywhere between 3 and 6 o'clock most days in South Florida, so they're trying to compensate for that. They moved a couple of series that were due to be on the road to Tampa for April and May, and hoping they can get games in without too many delays. I was reading where the Marlins played outdoors at whatever they call it now.
Yeah.
Land Shark, Joe Robbie. It was originally that ballpark, Dolphin Stadium. They had like 35 rain delays in 1 year.
Yeah, and you know what the other thing is too? It's how the infield plays in the summer. I remember day games in the Florida State League, and they had the same issue. I don't even remember in Dunedin. The Blue Jays were there for a little bit at the beginning of the year. As the game goes on, the infield is like a rock. I never liked it. As the game went on, the infield got harder, and the hops were different, and the infield was different. And when you're in Florida, it's just, they can water it. You can drag it. You don't really water it in the 5th inning. But then, the rain delays. Cora's mentioned this too before. You have a rain delay or rain out and how it affects a staff. It sometimes can affect you for the next 2 or 3 days. You're calling guys up. You're bringing guys down. It can really mess with a roster.
What was it like for you in Sarasota when you were playing there that season? Did you miss a lot of pregame work?
We lost a lot of BP. It was a lot of time in the cage. That was like my first time really in Florida, and I couldn't get over how hard it rained.
Yeah.
It was. I'm like, there is no way we're playing this game, right? And they're like, oh, don't worry about it. It'll be over in about 45 minutes, and then it'll dry up, and we'll be ready to go. And I'm like,
soak it up.
How's that even possible?
There weren't too many fans attending those games.
No, friends and family. That was about it in scouts.
And who was your manager?
DeMarlo Hale. Hey, DeMarlo Hale. Al Nipper was our pitching coach, and Rico Petrocelli was our hitting coach. It was the dream team.
What a staff.
Yep.
You don't find that today in minor leagues where you have 3 big leaguers and a coaching staff like that. Okay, J.J. Goss is ready to pitch to Campbell, who fouled the first pitch off, the pitch on which Flanagan got hurt delivering. Fastball missing up and away.
Well, like I said, it was an odd stare from Campbell back to McClanahan. Like he fouled it straight back, and usually you look back at the umpire because you hit him off the mask, but he stared out to him almost like he heard McClanahan say something or yell.
There's a big swing and a grounder foul and inside delivery. And McClanahan has already been named their opening day starter, but that seemed what we saw very likely to have to change. 1-2 pitch. Down and in, almost hit him on the back foot. Danced out of the way, did Kristen Campbell.
It's these days, it's almost like once the calendar strikes, January 1 until opening day, organizations hold their breath because that is where all the injuries have been happening lately, that time frame.
2-2 is grounded foul. Why in January? Overthrowing too early?
It's when you crank it up. That's where, all the off-season stuff in October when the season's over, and these guys don't take any breaks anymore, which I think is a big problem, but who am I to say? But November, early December is when the strength program starts, right? Trying to find 3 or 4 miles an hour in your fastball.
Campbell takes a breaking ball low.
They keep throwing. They're trying to throw hard. How many Instagram videos do I see in December of guys throwing 100? I'm like, why? Why are we throwing 100 in December?
You're not getting people out. There's nobody to get out.
You spend all winter trying to get stronger and throw harder. Then when baseball season starts, you can't handle it.
3-2 is hit well to center field. DeLuca moving back, though, and grabs it about 5 feet in front of the track for the second out. Whatever happened to rest? I mean, arms need rest, don't they?
Your body needs rest, people. And if you bring that up now, it's like, no, can't stop. Body needs to stay in motion. Minute season's over. If I don't keep throwing and keep doing this and keep hitting and keep swinging, I'm going to fall behind. I don't know.
Yoshida went deep to left. It was caught his first time up against McClanahan. Call strikes at McClanahan. 2 1/3 innings, no runs. He hit a walk and 3 strikeouts. It leaves with an obvious injury, seemingly to his elbow. Here's the pitch. And tried to hold up on a pitch down and away. Couldn't do it. 88 on that delivery.
A little awkward swing from Massa, kind of in between.
Well, the shoulder doesn't seem to affect his swing yet.
Yeah, that's the strange thing, right? He can only throw 90 feet, but he can hit 97 miles an hour fastball.
0-2 is inside. 5-0 Tampa Bay. They got 5 runs on 5 consecutive hits. All against Tanner Houck. Goss delivers, and a ground ball bounce left side. Goes off the glove of the third baseman by the diving shortstop. Needs lunge for it. Shortstop probably would have had a play, although he was very deep and may not have had a chance to throw him out. But it's a hit for Massa, his 10th this spring.
You know, now you're kind of just looking at swings as opposed to the battle you're about to have with a guy like Shane McClanahan. Like, Christian Campbell laced this ball to center field, but it wasn't off Shane McClanahan, right? It was off J.J. Goss, who was an A-ball last year. So it's evaluating results, swings, just a different level pitcher.
Call strike the story. That's why spring training stats can be very misleading.
Yeah, they can. You're a AAA guy, you face a AA guy and hit a homer. Well, you should. I mean, it's the same level as you or even a level below.
0-1 is grounded toward the middle and through in a left center, a base hit. Between the shortstop and the bag. Luka comes up quickly and Yoshida holds at second, so a couple of 2-out singles.
Not that you should hit a homer, but the point is when you come up here to big league camp and you face a guy in AAA that you faced all year long and you look comfortable and put on a good swing, well, okay, you faced him before. It's what are you going to do against McClanahan? What are you going to do against big league arms? Because there's a big jump between the minors and some of these arms here. The stuff's just different.
Here's Abreu now, fly deep to right his first time up, looking for his first hit. He takes a strike. He's 0 for 13. But hit the ball pretty well against McClanahan in the first. 2 on, 2 out. Slim right-hander deals home, and a high foul out of play. Abreu's got tomorrow the 2 exhibition games in Mexico. A Gold Glove last year. Illness really set him back. Lost some weight. Pitch. Swinging strike at a pitch in the dirt. Scooped by the catcher. Throws to first for the out. That retires the side. So, Red Sox lead 2 after 2.5. It's 5-0 Rays on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Network.
Lowe's sabe que buscas pinturas de buena calidad y a un buen precio. Por eso, como miembro de My Lowe's Pro Rewards, ahorra 20% en tus compras futuras de tintes y pinturas después de que tus gastos anuales calificados en pinturas lleguen a $3,000. Compra ahora y gana recompensas en productos de marcas de pintura confiables. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Excluye pintura en aerosol y mal tintados. Aplican más términos y condiciones. Detalles en Lowe's.com/terms, sujeto a cambios.
Let's talk numbers. In-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which adds up. But with BetterHelp Online Therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. Therapy should feel accessible, not like a luxury. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp has served over 5 million people globally and helps you fit therapy into your busy life. Your well-being is worth it. Visit BetterHelp.com/grow today to get 10% off your first month.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather-appointed seats are available features.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/Odyssey to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/Odyssey for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
5-0. Tampa Bay. Tanner Houck back out there. And Brendan Lau takes it away, ball 1. So, Red Sox well behind in the second as Houck gave up 5 consecutive hits. Lau struck out his first time, hits one foul, third base side out of play. Lou, what about that survey Major League Baseball did, a study on injuries and when they happen?
Yeah, they looked at it, and the interesting thing was during the season, it's actually, the injuries have actually gone down since 2021, from opening day to the last game of the year. But from spring training to opening day, and this study was done basically from 17 to 24, they looked at some data.
Outside 1 and 2.
There were over 110 injuries last year in 2024. Spring training through opening day. That's your spring training.
And they try to amp up.
And in 2022, that number was below 80. The number was 60 in 2017.
2-2 pitch, swinging a dribbler foul. Is that because they don't rest enough or they overdo it early?
And a lot of it, they mentioned a lot of different factors. People are talking about this pitch clock, but there's no pitch clock in April, February. I mean, January, February.
Yeah.
It's the big conclusion was chasing stuff, chasing velocity, chasing spin.
There's a swing and a drive to deep right. Brendan Lau, who hammers the Red Sox, normally has gone deep. Oh, it hit the top of the office building out there. That was really crushed. Long home run without any wind aid here. Flags are still in. It's 6-0. And now continues to get hit hard.
There's a slider up in the zone. Tanner, when he's got that slider working the lefties, it's either down and in for the swing and miss, or it's that little backdoor slider that lefties give up on. But when you start it kind of up and away and it ends up inner half, thigh high, bad things can happen.
4th home run of the spring for Brandon Lau. And here is Josh Lowe, the spell the same as Lau. Call strike over the outside corner. And the left-hand batter lines one softly. Diving stab made by Meyer. Made another nice play. Playing wide of the bag at third. And Marcelo Meyer, full-length dives, probably made the play before it hit the ground.
Nice play. He shifted way over into that 5-6 hole. Almost towards shortstop. It still had to go a little long way to his left. A couple steps and a dive.
As we said, very comfortable there. Here's Curtis Mead, who singled to center his first time up, and he takes a strike. He's now 20 hits and 36 at-bats. Curtis Mead from Australia.
I don't know how you get him out of that opening day lineup. You find somewhere, don't you?
I would think so. There's a strike. They've never really had a set DH.
No. And Yandy's probably the closest they got now, right? But he's DHing today.
Here's the pitch home, and it's low and away.
Tanner's going to look back here in camp, and the positives are that he's throwing 96. He hit 97 here in a pitch prior. Slider, sweeper. Really, the positive, he's still out there throwing. He's still healthy.
Tanner delivers and leaves it a little low and away.
The other side of it, there's been a ton of hard contact, not much swing and miss, missing location in the middle of the plate.
Swing and a foul tip into the mid, strike 3. Well, it was a good swing and a miss. So.
And that's the thing. You've been in this game a long, long time. You have a guy with a lights-out camp, get shelled in April.
Yeah.
You have a guy that can't get anybody out, throw 2 or 3 scoreless to start the season. Like, it's just, you can't really predict it, and all you really hope to get through is healthy, which is what he is.
There's a ball missing away, ball 1. Third inning brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going crosstown, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up along the way, like 3 cents off on every gallon. Foul grounder to first. 3 cents off every gallon every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Well, I think you have to look at it that way when you're a young veteran like Tanner Houck, that when the bell rings, this doesn't matter really. As long as you're feeling healthy and you've done it before. I wouldn't think it'd shake the confidence of a guy like this.
No, I don't think, especially with Tanner Houck, his mindset.
Swinging strike, that one disappeared down and away.
You know, I think if you talk to him, he'd say, listen, I'm missing with some location right now, still kind of working through some things, but I like the power of my fastball. Again, he's healthy. The split's getting some swing and miss. The slider location's a little bit off.
That one's taken high. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jonathan Aranda, who singled to left. Load the bases in the first inning when they scored second inning when they scored 5 times. He fouls this one off the screen to the left.
You know, the thing with Tanner, too, everybody said he fell off in that second half. Well, the first half was so good. If falling off the map is a 4.2 ERA, which is what he had in the second half, I think you're a pretty good pitcher. I mean, if that's the low end, the floor, I'll take it.
Indeed, line fair down the left field line, hitting on the dirt, going into the corner. It'll be extra bases for Aranda. Sogard has it and fires it in the shortstop's position. But it's a double. Another hard hit ball.
You know, that was a split. And again, you know, we really, you don't have a monitor here, so it's tough to see location. But the hitters, I can say this, are extremely comfortable. And when Tanner Houck pitches, you don't really get to see these guys this comfortable, especially righties, right? The sinker's 96 down and in, the slider's taking off, the split's dropping off the table. But everybody's looking really comfortable right now.
Caballero singled in their first run. And he takes a strike. Does that mean you really have to knock guys off the plate?
Well, you got to pitch to the inner half, you know, and you got to let that movement, let them know sometimes, and just kind of get that outer half back. You're not drilling anybody, but you're throwing strikes inside corner or just off.
The delivery misses low and away. Slider missing. 6 runs, 7 hits for Tampa Bay, leading 6-0 in the third inning. Houck is ready. And the pitch home. And a swing and a shot up the middle. Backhanded, knocked down actually by Campbell. Picked up by the shortstop. It saved a run for the moment. I don't think he would have had to play anyway. Stopping at third, though, is Aranda. If that ball goes through, he scores easily. So an infield hit, 8 hits.
Yeah, they really shifted over. Campbell was playing up the middle. This ball actually went on the third base side of second, so he had to go across the infield. And was able, as you mentioned, just knock it down. Kind of trickled out of his glove as he slid for it. Kept it going to the outfield, but he wasn't going to have a play at first.
Here's Kenny Piper, who tripled off the glove of the diving Roman Anthony to drive in 3 in the second inning. He takes it high, and it's ball 1. Wonder if this will be it for Houck. He's been out there a long time.
So you don't really see like a pitch count from him, but it's been a long second inning and now a long third.
Piper rips a line drive into left field for a base hit. Grabbed by Sogard on a hop. Another run scores, making it 7-0. Caballero stopping at second base.
Well, Piper's not going to make this team, Joe, but 4 RBI day, 2 for 2. It's a big start for him.
Indeed, and that will do it for Tanner Houck as Alex Cora comes to the mound. So a rough outing for Tanner, and I guess he'd be unlikely to pitch again, right, until regular season?
Yeah, I'm wondering if he didn't want to go back-to-back long innings. We'll see if he comes back out for the 4th. You can do that in spring training, or depending where that pitch count is. Again, it's going to be it here till that game 2 starter following in between Crochet and Buehler. So see if he goes back out.
Right-hander Adam Smith coming on. We have a pitching change here on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest selection of Bridgestone tires. So we buy Bridgestone tires for less and sell them for less. The guaranteed lowest price you'll find anywhere. Plus, we give you more free services for life than any other tire dealer. So when you're looking for Bridgestone tires, there's only one place to go. Town Fair Tire. Because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Come visit CCL Homescape Showroom in Abington this year to experience our state-of-the-art kitchen showroom. At CCL Homescapes, our design team listens, understands your family's needs, and stays on the pulse of trends. We work with you to create a beautiful and efficient space that your family will enjoy for years to come. Our showroom is open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday. Go to cclco.com to learn more about how we can create the kitchen of your dreams. cclco.com.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball
on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Right-hander Adam Smith takes over for Houck. He was hit very hard. He got 9 hits so far. 7 runs are responsible for the 2 men on. It's 7-0 Tampa Bay here in the last half of the 3rd inning. Adam Smith is a right-hander. We saw briefly in the game in Fort Myers. Not Adam Smith, the Scottish philosopher and economist who preached laissez-faire.
That's what I was thinking of. Glad you brought that up.
Studied him in Providence College, right? In your economics classes. This kid's from Westchester, Pennsylvania area. Mother played lacrosse at Towson State. His father played baseball at King's College, and he leaves it low. Last year, he was at Greenville, 29 games, 5-7 out of the bullpen with a pretty high ERA, 5.83. He delivers home. The left-hand batter takes it inside. Taylor Walzer made a great play. Rod Campbell of a hit in the top of the innings, rounded out 4-3 his first time up. Walls delivers, and a high, towering pop-up, playable for Meyer. Near the third base bag, and in fair ground, he makes the catch for the out that retires the side. Foul ground, says the umpire now. But they get some more, and it is 7-0 Rays on the Shaws and Star Market after 3 on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Since 1986, the Pool Source has been the area's trusted source for in-ground and above-ground pools, swim spas, hot tubs, and saunas. If you're ready to create endless days of backyard pleasure for you and your family, find out why thousands of satisfied customers have trusted the Pool Source to make their dreams come true. To schedule an in-home consultation, a free test soak, or to get specific pricing on pools, hot tubs, swim spas, and saunas, visit poolsource.com.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Let's take a 10-second break on the Shaws Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Rays leading 7-0, and Goss back out there. He relieved the injured McClanahan in the 3rd inning. And for the play-by-play, pleasure to turn it over to Lou Merlone.
Thanks, Joe. J.J. Gloss remains out there. It's going to be Solgaard, Narvaez, and Roman Anthony for the Red Sox here in the top of the 4th. They're trailing this one 7-0. As Joe said, if you missed it last inning, after a fastball to Christian Campbell, Shane McClanahan was already named the opening day starter for the Tampa Bay Rays. Immediately walked off the mound, used his glove to sort of gesture to the Rays dugout, pointing to his left elbow, and pretty much walked off the field before anybody got out of the dugout and took himself out. And again, coming back from his second Tommy John, he had it in August of 2023, missed all of last year, and really a devastating blow to this Tampa Bay Rays team that really thought about getting this pitching staff back, with Rasmussen coming back as well to go with some of the great young arms they have. And just a devastating blow. We were talking there in the break, Joe, as Goss, a little delay here as he gets warmed up. And you look at the AL East, and listen, I don't root for injuries. I want to beat the best. McClanahan, we'll find out what's going on with this elbow, but Garrett Cole is out for the year. Luis Gil is shut down for 3 months. Corbin Burns left.
Out of the division with Arizona.
Out of the division. And Grayson Rodriguez, the de facto kind of ace, I guess, for Baltimore, he's starting the year in the IL with some issues. So it's
Red Sox have 3 starters. Starting pitchers going to open on the IL, although they don't seem to be long-running injuries. But yeah, this makes the division even more wide open, and I think you can state the case that any team, any of the 5, are capable of winning.
It's just the nature of the game now. We talk about pitching depth, starting pitching depth. How do you find it? How do you develop it? The Red Sox are in a good position for it. I mean, you came into camp talking 6-man starting rotation. I don't know what the delay is, by the way. Everyone's just sort of standing around. They had a righty in the bullpen who set up, but Goss is kind of finishing up some. They're waiting for the home plate umpire.
I think that's it. Yeah, he's over talking to, well, third base umpire's talking to Kevin Cash.
Jeremy Rehawk is not behind the plate. Base umpires are out, trying to figure out what's going on there, but
he's gone back to the clubhouse for unknown reason. We'll find out.
Yeah, here in camp, here for the Sox, I mean, you've got 3 starting pitchers. You know, in Veo, Giolito, who hopefully will miss maybe 2, maybe 3 starts, returns to the rotation. Crawford back to throwing some bullpen, so we'll see how long he was going to be, a little bit longer. But when you lose 3 starters and you still have what seems like a competition between maybe 3 guys for that 5th starter, it just kind of speaks to the depth you have. Whether you need depth in June, July, or opening day, it's nice to have.
Never have enough. The old adage is so true, especially with all the injuries we mentioned. We had Sam Kennedy on with us, our last broadcast back at Jet Blue, and he was talking about baseball, really studying now how to get more starting pitching and how starters can go longer into games, whether you legislate it or whatever you do.
You know, the game's about power now, and power fastballs. And guys are giving up an awful lot and taking huge risks to get it because they know how effective it can be. I kind of think about in terms of, you know, the steroid era. Guys were willing, right? Some guys were willing to take steroids. They knew the benefit. They knew the money. They knew the success they could have. They also knew that there were some health concerns, but they were willing to take the risk at this level for everything that it got you. I feel like pitchers are in the same spot with velocity. I mean, you got to know if you add 4 or 5 miles on a fastball and throw as hard as you can at all times, there's a lot of health risks. However, you will be successful. You will get more swing and miss. If you can ever stay healthy, you will put big numbers up and maybe get paid. You're willing to make the sacrifice and take the risk because of the success and the money involved in this game.
And this Tampa Bay organization was maybe the first to emphasize that. Throw as hard as you can, as long as you can. They didn't say this, but when you blow out, we'll get somebody else.
Well, think about it. You're a pitcher out there, and you can throw 97, 98. Now, old school, it was, hey, let's go 92, 93 until we need this. So you go out there and you throw 92, 93, hit all over the ballpark. Well, why am I doing that when I can throw 97, 98? So I can't go 7, but I can go 4. Strike out 7 or 8, have a low ERA, and do what I need to do.
So there's no pacing like there used to be?
No, there's no pacing.
I reason they don't go as long.
Well, how many times have, when I was playing, the idea was to try to get through the first part of the order, at least the first time through the order, if you can, with fastball location. I don't want to show you everything I have. Now if I get in trouble early on, I'll show you the slider, the changeup, the split, the curveball, whatever. But a lot of times those first at-bats, I'm going to try to get by with what I got, right? So I don't want to show it to you, because now in the 5th inning, I got scoring position. You're at the plate. You haven't seen my slider yet. You haven't seen my curveball yet. And when I show it to you then, you haven't seen it. I got a shot at getting you out. Now, the first hitter of the game, if the pitcher's got 5 pitches, he shows all 5 to the first guy. All 5. Like, there's no holding back anything. We're trying to do, max work early on.
Why did that change?
It's a good question. I think velocity, we started to see more velocity in the game. We started to see what it does to a hitter. We started to see the effect it has on the swing and miss. And now it looks like we got a new umpire. We're down to 3 right now, so maybe Jeremy had something going on. We'll try to figure out who this is sliding in to home plate here in a minute, but we might have a 3-umpire crew. A little long delay here in Port Charlotte. Again, Rays up 7-0 here in the top of the 4th.
I didn't notice an injury, but he was hit with a foul ball earlier.
Yeah. Saw it last night, too. Brian O'Nora got hit with a foul ball right in that left wrist. At the end of the inning, had to go see the doctor a little bit, but he got back out there. Try to figure out what happened to Jeremy Rehak. As J.J. Goss continues to throw. Piper throwing it down to second base, and we're getting ready for baseball here in the 4th. Again, it's going to be Sogard, Narvaez, and Anthony for the Boston Red Sox. Nobody warming up for the Red Sox bullpen. It'll be interesting to see if Tanner Houck, who was pulled last inning because of a pitch count there in that inning, goes out and tries to get through the 4th. But it's been a struggle for him throughout this one, giving up 9 hits in just 2 2/3.
Finally, we're ready. Sogard, as Luke takes over the microphone. Luke.
Thanks, Joe. Little first pitch. Got a little changeup down and away from Goss to Sogard. 1-0 count. Nick struck out looking in the second inning. There's a breaking ball over for a strike at 86. Of course, that was off Shane McClanahan from the right side. Now he's hitting from the left side. 1-1 count. Goss with the kick. Here's the pitch. He misses to the backstop with a fastball at 92.
Lou, you're going to be the primary analyst on television, but we're glad you're still going to do some radio games this year with us.
Yeah, I like this opportunity, too, to do a little play-by-play, Joe. Dabbled in it last year a little bit. It's a little change of pace. It's nice. 2-1 offering. It's going to miss inside with a little cutter from Goss. Yeah, looking forward to it. Should be a lot of fun.
You'll be in the booth opening day at Texas with Dave O'Brien.
Yep. An opening day back at Fenway Park. There's the 3-1 pitch. It's popped up high in the shallow center field. Shortstop Walls going backpedaling as under control, makes the catch. 1 out here in the 4th. Yeah, it'll be nice. It's one more game tomorrow. We'll have that on Nesson. Sox last spring training game here down in Florida, and then off to Mexico. I believe it's Sultanes.
Did you ever play in Mexico?
No, Venezuela. So it'll be a couple of games there. And then off to Texas for opening day. Here's Carlos Narvaez steps in. Big swing and a miss. First pitch. Narvaez doubled back in the second inning off McClanahan. Good shot to left center. That back could come around. This kid, defensive profile behind the dish, throws the ball well. See a larger role, but good combo with him and Connor. Another swing and a miss. A good fastball at 94 on top of the zone. No, I never played in Mexico. Venezuela, where I was in Puerto La Cruz, it was beautiful. Beach community. Though we had to go to Caracas, I was kind of stay in your hotel. Don't go anywhere. Goss misses.
The hometown of our Alvaro Hernandez.
We're getting an update here on Jeremy Rehak, but a 1-2 count here to Narvaez. Is the pitch. That's going to miss just down. Apparently the same pitch when McClanahan got hurt. Foul ball. Remember, Campbell hit the foul ball. It hit the umpire right in the face mask. And that's what Rehak is dealing with. Came out of the game. He'll check swing. They're going to check down to first base. Did he go? No. Says, good question. I don't know. Is that Will Little still? Got to try to figure out who's behind the dish and which umpire, maybe.
He's wearing number 20.
We'll get it. The umpire down at first said he didn't go. That's all we need to know. 3-2 count here in Narvaez. It's the late kick. Swing, a little ground ball up the middle. Second baseman Lau gets underneath it, throws to first base in time to get Narvaez. 4-3. So I was talking to good friend Freed, covers the Tampa Bay Rays, and I was like, I got Lau and I got Low in back-to-back spots.
Smell the same.
Like, trying to figure out. You know what he told me? Josh Lowe. Just think of J-Lo.
Now that's a good way to
J-Lo.
remember it.
Brandon Lau. So now I got it. Kevin Cash goes out and gets Goss. Looks like Uceda's going to come in for the Rays. A little new to this. We don't take a break, do we, in spring training, Joe?
We can.
Right, let's take a break.
Keep it here. Why not?
Take a quick break here. Let's pitch a change here. You listen to Red Sox baseball on the Shaws and Star Market, WEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Baseball is back and the team is stacked. Money was spent, players were at it, and from what we can see, everything looks perfect. Aha! But what about what we can't see? It's just like your drains and pipes. The ugly, nasty, sometimes stinky truth is often the one you don't see at first. Drains by James is your expert residential and commercial drain and pipelining service. We'll find it, clean it, and get it back to new. Available 24/7. Drains by James. We give a poop about your pipes. You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's going to be right-hander Edwin Uceda for the Tampa Bay Rays. Uceda last year in his last 30 games, he came up to some point late June. Was really good for this team. 41 2/3 innings. Went 2-0 with a 1.51 ERA. Only gave up 26 hits. Closed some games, too, for them down the stretch. 5 saves, 7 holds. He was a pretty good find for this bullpen, as they often do. Roman Anthony steps in. First pitch in there for a strike. He's got 94 in the tank. He's got a changeup, little cutter sweeper to go with it. 0-1 pitch to Roman. This is a swing and a miss. Swings through a good fastball. Looks more of a changeup at 88. Roman walked. Very good at bat against Shane McClanahan in that second inning. Laid off some really tough pitches. Continues to show control around the plate. Good swing decisions. Average only at 219 here in camp, but the at-bats, competitive and I think impressive. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This ball is hit, kind of got in on him a little bit to center field. Looks like DeLuca's underneath it, catches it just short of the track, flips it into the outfield for the third out of the inning. We're going to head to the bottom of the fourth. Sox still trail this one 7-0. You listen to Red Sox baseball on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Regresaron los Pro Días de Ahorros a Lowe's con ofertas por tiempo limitado. Ahorra hasta 40% en electrodomésticos selectos y además ahorra $100 extra por cada $1,000 de compra en electrodomésticos selectos. Además, no pierdas la oportunidad de activar y ganar 3 veces los puntos en herramientas selectas de Walt y Klein Tools. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 3/28. Selección varía por lugar hasta agotar existencias. Detalles y artículos que califican con un asociado o en Lowe's.com.
Next Level Pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with NexGard Plus, afoxolaner, moxidectin, and pyrantel chewable tablets. The one-and-done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. NexGard Plus comes in a tasty beef-flavored chew, so you don't have to use next-level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about NexGard Plus for next-level protection for your dog.
Let's talk numbers. In-person therapy can cost anywhere from $100 to $250 per session, which adds up. But with BetterHelp Online Therapy, you can save on average up to 50% per session. Therapy should feel accessible, not like a luxury. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp has served over 5 million people globally and helps you fit therapy into your busy life. Your well-being is worth it. Visit BetterHelp, HELP.com/grow today to get 10% off your first month.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball
on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Tanner Houck returns to the mound here in the bottom of the fourth. He's going to face the top of the order here in DeLuca, then Diaz and Lau. Houck was pulled in that third inning. His innings pitch count went up there after a long second as well. Trying to kind of finish, trying to have a clean inning here, which he did. 1, 2, 3 in the first. Last couple innings he really struggled. Counts 1-1 here to DeLuca. Here's the 1-1 offering. That's a good slider down the way, catches the outside corner. Tanner 2 2/3 so far in this one. 9 hits, 7 earned runs. Doesn't walk the guy. Punched out 2. There's a hard ground ball down the third baseline. Foul. Tanner following up last night, called that game with Garrett Crochet on the mound. He looked fantastic. 5 1/3, struck out 9. Here's the 1-2. Little lazy fly ball to first base. Toro's underneath this one. He makes the catch. That's the first out here in the fourth. Good slider down and away from out.
A strong inning, I'm sure, would make him feel a lot better after he was hit hard.
Yeah, if this is going to be it, you want to kind of walk off the mound here in the fourth. We'll see if he gives him a fifth. I'm really unaware of what the pitch count is right now. It's got to be up there for Houck. Be nice to finish 1, 2, 3. As Yandy Diaz, he steps in, takes ball 1, a slider down and away. Yandy 0 for 2 in this one. But Crochet looks like he's dialed in. 5 1/3, gave up 5 hits, no earned runs, couple of walks, 9 strikeouts. Here's a fly ball from Diaz out to right field. William Abreu comes in about 5 or 6 steps and makes the catch. Second out here. Going to bring up Brandon Lau, who homered off of Houck. His last at bat, it was a hanging slider. Lau hitting well out here to right field. His 4th home run here in camp. He's swinging it really well. Ray's going to look for big things from Lau. We've seen him in the past. There's the first pitch, hard ground ball through the infield on the left side. Going to be in there for a hit. Beat the shift.
Boy, he really hurts the Red Sox.
Well, I tell you, he is a streaky hitter, isn't he? I mean, he can absolutely ruin your 3-game series, and then you find out that he's in the midst of a 1 for 25 after. Like, it's just hit or miss sometimes with Brandon Lau. This is a guy here in Josh Lowe that they really want to get going. Last year, down year offensively for this whole Rays team. First pitch misses away. Rays one of the better offenses in baseball in 2023. To go with how they throw the ball, but last year, one of the worst. Couldn't score any runs. The 1-0 offering from Houck. Misses again with a backdoor slider.
They didn't really do a lot to add to their offense, hoping some of these youngsters like Caballero and Caminero could come through.
Two outs here, bottom of the fourth. Lau is on first, Josh Lowe at the plate. He's going to take a look at a strike, get the count to 2-1. Well, 1 for 2 in this one. Hit a hard base hit to right, and then a line drive to left at Marcelo Meyer. Dove and made a beautiful catch. Tanner misses with the 2-1 fastball away to make it 3-1. Having a great camp. Came into this game hitting .415, 17 for 41. He and the guy on deck, Curtis Mead, have been tearing it up here in camp so far for the Rays. The 3-1 offering. That's a slider backdoor. It's going to get in there for a strike. Run the count 3-2. Brandon Lau will be off with the pitch as Abraham Toro moves back behind him. Tanner trying to get through this inning. Here's the offering. And he misses with a split down and away. And he walks Josh Lowe. Josh Lowe, I should say. Thought I had that down. It's his 3rd walk of the outing.
Tough when they hit back-to-back.
I should say his 1st walk of the outing for Tanner Houck. They had the other kid, too, here, didn't they, from Texas?
The brother.
Is that Josh Lowe's brother, Nate? So they had the two Lows and a Lau. Well, it's going to bring up Curtis Mead. He's absolutely been on fire, though he struck out his last at-bat, but 1 for 2 in this one, scored a run. Now 20 for 37 here in camp. .535 batting average. Tanner gets ahead of him 0-1. Here's the 0-2. The 0-1 pitch. That's going to be line drive soft in front of Sogard. It's going to drop for a hit. Lau coming across home plate. Meyer cuts it off, and another run here for the Rays to extend this lead to 8-0. Curtis Mead, he remains hot. Tanner Houck continues to give up some hits here in camp.
He's 21 for 38.
Wow.
He's approaching 600.
Locked in. Made this team. Eloy Jimenez, a guy that actually hit 244, a couple home runs in camp. He sent him down to Durham. Jonathan Aranda now steps in. Here's a hard one. Hopper right to Campbell. Handles it. Flips on to first base for the third out of the inning. But the Rays do get one more on the board. Tanner Houck tried to get through this thing, but ran into some trouble with 2 outs. Sox now trail 8-0. We head to the 5th. Shaw's the Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Regresaron los Pro Días de Ahorros a Lowe's con ofertas por tiempo limitado. Ahorra hasta 40% en electrodomésticos selectos y además ahorra $100 extra por cada $1,000 de compra en electrodomésticos selectos. Además, no pierdas la oportunidad de activar y ganar 3 veces los puntos en herramientas selectas de Walt y Klein Tools. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 3/28. Selección varía por lugar hasta agotar existencias. Detalles y artículos que califican con un asociado o en Lowe's.com.
Next Level Pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with NexGuard Plus, afoxolaner, moxidectin, and pyrantel chewable tablets. The one-and-done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. NexGuard Plus comes in a tasty beef-flavored chew, so you don't have to use next-level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about NexGuard Plus for next-level protection for your dog.
You're listening to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A new pitcher for the Rays is Joe Boyle, a 25-year-old righty, the monster out here, 6'8", 250. This guy throws a hundy and has no clue where it's going, which is not a fun at-bat for Abraham Toros. He steps in, he takes strike one. That was 98. Boyle came over in the Jeffrey Springs trade from Oakland. Such an interesting arm. Elite stuff. Command has always been an issue. Here's the 0-1. That's a fastball at 99.9. Let's call that a hundy.
That's an easy hundy, too, with his delivery.
Fastball's at 99. He's got a slider to go with it. Looks like a little changeup, too, as well. 1-1 to Toro. This is a fastball. This ball stung into left center field. Long way to go for DeLuca. He's not going to get it. He's going to bounce off that wall, and Abreu into second base with thoughts of third, but he holds up. Ball gets away from Walls, but still Abraham Toro with a very impressive leadoff double against a hard-throwing Boyle. So I say he has no command. Now, Boyle had some time in Oakland in 2024, at 13 games, started 10 of them, had a 6.42 ERA, walked 40 guys in 47 2/3. So combined between minor leagues and big leagues, he's got 93 total innings. He's walked 79 hitters. Also struck out 127. Here's Marcelo Meyer. He steps in. First pitch. Going to miss inside with a 92-mile-an-hour slider. That's just an uncomfortable at-bat.
Can't dig in.
So hard, you should know where it's going, Joe.
You can't dig in.
He's a 1-0 to Myers. He looks back to Toro. He's going to miss with a fastball way down and away. Marcelo 0 for 1 in this one, but it took a beautiful play by Walls, the shortstop, to rob him up the middle. A diving play. Smoked the 2-strike slider from McClanahan back in that second inning. Here's the 2-0. That's going to miss. It's 101 from Boyle. It's so amazing. It's just 101. Oh, 5 years ago, we'd be going nuts right now to see 101. I feel like everyone's doing it. Here's the 3-0. don't see how you can swing there as he takes ball 4 in the other half. So Myers on board.
Who was the fastest guy you ever faced, Lou?
I don't know if I saw 100. 97, 98. These guys had a guy, Colomé. That was a little bit wild.
Oh, Jesus Colomé.
Yeah, I mean, Bartolo, when he first came up, Randy. You know, these guys, Clemens. But Clemens was what, 95, 96? Hit 97? You know, but they weren't 100. It's a little discussion out on the mound. Kenny Piper goes out there and chats as Christian Campbell steps in. Campbell 0 for 2 in this one. Struck out in the first off of McClanahan. And he was actually hitting when McClanahan walked off the mound holding that left elbow. His first pitch is a slider down and away. And J.J. Goss came in the game. He lined out hard to center field. Luke had to go back towards the track to catch it. It was a good swing. The 1-0 pitch from Boyle. That's going to miss way down and away, and a slider at 93. That's 6 straight balls from Boyle, showing a little bit of that lack of command. But I asked you, Joe, is there any doubt that Tampa finds something with this kid and actually gets him to find command and be lights out?
They're very good at developing pitchers and improving those they get from other organizations.
2-0. Swing, hard ground ball, but right to shortstop. He flips on to second base. Over to first base. Jamie Westbrook, the new second baseman for the Rays, finishes it off. And Christian Campbell hits into a 6-4-3 double play. 2 outs now here in the 5th. Toro on his way over to, makes his way over to third base. Again, another, we've talked about this, you know, last couple of balls hit hard. The first one line drive to center. This ball was hit really hard. But like we've seen the last week or two from Campbell, hard on the ground. Wants to get that ball in the air as Boyle misses the slider down and in. First pitch to Masataka Yoshida. 1 for 2 in this one. Eight nothing Rays. Top of the 5th. Fastball's going to be in there for a strike at 100. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. 8 runs on 11 hits for the Rays. The 1-1's in there as well with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball in the other half. It's 1-2 here to Yoshida. Infield straight up. Outfield shaded a little towards left. Fastball in there again, right at the knees on the outside corner, and Boyle retires Masataka Yoshida looking, and the Red Sox strand Toro at third. Had something going here in the 5th. Double play ended that. We're going to head to the bottom of the 5th. Sox still trail this one 8-0 in the Shaw's Stock Market Red Sox Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Regresaron los Pro Días de Ahorros a Lowe's con ofertas por tiempo limitado. Ahorra hasta 40% en electrodomésticos selectos y además ahorra $100 extra por cada $1,000 de compra en electrodomésticos selectos. Además, no pierdas la oportunidad de activar y ganar 3 veces los puntos en herramientas selectas de Walt y Klein Tools. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 3/28. Selección varía por lugar hasta agotar existencias. Detalles y artículos que califican con un asociado o en Lowe's.com.
Next Level Pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with NexGard Plus, afoxolaner, moxidectin, and pyrantel chewable tablets. The one-and-done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. NexGard Plus comes in a tasty beef-flavored chew, so you don't have to use next-level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about NexGard Plus for next-level protection for your dog.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all, Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather-appointed seats are available features.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Tanner Houck back out there to start the fifth, at least. He's going to face bottom third here. Caballero, Piper, and Walls. It's been a battle for Tanner here to get through these 5 innings. He's going to miss with a slider away to even account 1-1. Looks like lefty Brennan Bernardino getting loose. We've seen Cora do this before. Want him to get up and down. A lot of guys maybe coming in the fifth, maybe give him a hitter, an out or two, then get him out and go to that bullpen. We'll see what happens here. Is it a line drive to right field? This ball was smoked by Caballero on a 1-1 fastball down and away. It's a leadoff hit for the Rays here in the fifth. Cora just walking in that dugout. Obviously, you want to give him a couple of guys. We'll see what happens. Brings up the catcher, Kenny Piper. He's had a day. He's 2 for 2 in this game. Knocked in 3, bases loaded triple in the second. Another RBI single in the third. 2 for 2 with 4 RBIs. First pitch, swing and a miss on a good slider from Tanner. That one there looked the location we're looking for. Just off the plate. An uncomfortable swing. Haven't seen many of those uncomfortable swings here today from this Rays lineup. Caballero leads off first base. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not, as he holds up on that sinker down and in. Tanner Houck, game 2 starter out in Texas. Is the 1-1 pitch. He's going to miss with a slider down and away. Caballero always a threat at first. As Tanner misses with another slider on the count. 3-1.
We were talking about Brandon Lowe hammering the Red Sox in his career. 300 average, 62 hits, 19 home runs.
That's amazing.
46 RBIs.
That is amazing. His 3-1 offering. Check swing. Yes, he went on a good slider down and away. Run the count to 3-2.
He's homer today. Rays likely to keep the regulars out there because this is the last game they play here this spring.
Do they open up against the Rockies this week?
On Friday. They get an exclusivity. They're the only game scheduled that day.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Caballero takes off. He misses with a slider down and away. He's going to walk Kenny Piper. Looks like that could do it for Tanner Houck. Alex Cora out from the Red Sox dugout. We'll go out and talk to him. Most likely, as you mentioned, Brennan Bernardino up in that Red Sox bullpen, and this is an outing when Tanner Houck walks off. If he feels healthy, he's going to chalk it up as spring training. It doesn't mean anything. What really matters is his next outing, but it's been a tough camp for Tanner, giving up a lot of hits. Just missing location more than anything, and again, you turn the page, and you hope for better things when the regular season starts. Well, Brandon Bernardino is going to come in for the Red Sox. Take another short break here. You listen to Red Sox Baseball on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Come visit CCL Homescape Showroom in Abington this year to experience our state-of-the-art kitchen showroom. At CCL Homescapes, our design team listens, understands your family's needs, and stays on the pulse of trends. We work with you to create a beautiful and efficient space that your family will enjoy for years to come. Our showroom is open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday. Go to cclco.com to learn more about how we can create the kitchen of your dreams. cclco.com.
Baseball is back and the team is stacked. Money was spent, players were at it, and from what we can see, everything looks perfect. Aha! But what about what we can't see? It's just like your drains and pipes. The ugly, nasty, sometimes stinky truth is often the one you don't see at first. Drains by James is your expert residential and commercial drain and pipelining service. We'll find it, clean it, and get it back to new. Available 24/7. Drains by James. We give a poop about your pipes.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Brendan Bernardino in for the Boston Red Sox, making his 7th appearance here in spring training. Throwing the ball well. His last outing against the Yankees did go an inning and 2/3. It was that second inning. He gave up a couple of hits, a couple of runs, only one earned, walked a couple. But other than that, it was all scoreless in the previous 5. Comes on to face the righty Taylor Walls. We really have a lefty here. And followed by DeLuca and Diaz to see if he can get the low or low. But Tanner Houck leaves this game. Still responsible with a couple of runners on, but ended up going 3 2/3, gave up 12 hits in 3 2/3. That's now for the spring training. He'll go 13 2/3 innings, 29 hits given up here in camp so far. Brendan Bernardino still fighting for one of those last bullpen spots. He's going to face Taylor Walls with Caballero on second and Piper on first. Nobody out here in the 5th. Here's the first pitch. This is going to be a fastball driven to left field, deep in the air, going back to Sogard, back to the wall, looks up. This ball is gone. Taylor Walls on the very first offering from Brendan Bernardino. Hit a high fly ball to left field. Joe mentioning it earlier, this wind is gusting out to left a little bit. Maybe not a gust, but it is blowing out to left. Like it helped it enough as it just gotten over that wall in left center. And the Rays opened it up even more so. They now lead this game 11-0 as Taylor Walls hits his first home run here in spring training.
Yeah, I think he did get it up into the jet stream, but it was hit pretty well.
It's going to be 10 earned runs there for Tanner Houck. Bernie coming back with the first pitch fastball in there at 92. Johnny DeLuca, his 4th at-bat of the game here in the 5th. Swing and a miss from DeLuca. 84. Breaking ball here from Brendan Bernardino. Head 0-2. See what he does. That's a good breaking ball. Back door freezes DeLuca, and he goes down looking for the first out here in the 5th.
I think Bernie was one of the best stories last year. The way he made the club and then went down, came back after being an independent ball, playing in Mexico, being released.
Here's what I like about it. Give up a first pitch home run. The next pitch to the next hitter was a fastball right there again. Not afraid to come at you with it, and that's just how he is. He pounds strikes. He gets another one in there to get ahead of Yandy Diaz, 0-1 with a breaking ball. He's going to fill the zone. Good changeup from Bernardino. That's a pitch he's been working on at 82. You know, he had discussions with guys like Romy Gonzalez and Rob Refschneider about how would you feel facing me. Followed up another changeup. Yandy's able to lay off that. And that's what they told him. He said, you don't have a changeup. You know, you got the sinker down and in, sinker away, a little breaking ball, but there's no changeup to get me off of some things. And he's really kind of worked at that hard, and that was a good one there to Diaz. His 2-1 pitch, breaking ball foul into the Red Sox dugout. That was interesting. He actually, I remember he said something to Devers, too. He asked him Devers. And he said, you never throw fastball up and in the lefties. Try to keep everything down and away, down and in. Good changeup, swing and miss.
Impressive.
Next looks like Christopher Morel hitting for Diaz. But a really nice changeup from Bernie, developing pitch for him. That's a big one. But Devers was, you know, and obviously you've seen Rafi Devers hit a lot, right? That fastball elevated up and in. It's a tough one for lefties. And just, you know, getting that feedback from the hitters, Bernie started thinking about more and more, but showing a really nice changeup there, especially in Morel. It's going to bring up another pinch hitter. Looks like Jamie Westbrook, barrel man.
Barrel man,
Brandon Lau.
Played last year at Worcester, moved through the Red Sox. Oh, that's a very smart move, I think, to ask his hitters on his own club.
Yeah. And I think even, too, another good changeup there from Bernie. He's really working this changeup here today. Even Crochet, I was asking him, you threw against the Red Sox twice. Will you go to the hitters and talk about what your game plan was against them? Will they tell you what your game plan is against you? He said, yeah, I will. I won't tell you what that is. Because, you know, these guys are very secretive. Westbrook fouls off the 0-2 over the Rays dugout. But it's smart. What do you see when you face me? If you were to face me, what are you thinking? That changeup's a big pitch. Got Westbrook 0-2. Lifts his leg. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there. Strike 3. After giving up that solo home run on the very first pitch to Taylor Walls, Bernardino strikes out the next 3 hitters. But the Rays do put 3 more on the board. They're up 11-0 here in Charlotte as we head to the 6th inning on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows what makes SpringFest savings even better are member-only doorbuster deals. Right now, rewards members can save $40 on an Allen & Roth Chesler Gold faucet. Was $99, now $59. Plus, save $110 on a Cobalt 40-volt battery trimmer and blower combo kit. Was $279, now $169. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/24 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo, kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball
on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Trevor Story steps in. He takes strike 1 on a slider from Joe Boyle. He stays out there for the Rays. The hard-throwing righty, 6'8", 250. Throws 100. Story 1 for 2 in this one. He's a 1-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. Looked like a changeup at 94 from Boyle. Trevor's had a nice camp. Came into this one 333. 1 for 2 now, 14 for 41. A couple of home runs, 8 RBIs. But a few scares with some tight back, but really more precautionary than anything.
Yeah, he was stretching there between pitches.
Lead scratch last night, but back in the lineup here today. That's a good sign. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball up. He lays off at 99. Coco Montez, new shortstop for the Rays. He and Jamie Westbrook new up the middle. Everybody else still in this game. 1-2. Swing and a miss. 100-mile-an-hour fastball just by Trevor Story for the first out here in the 6th.
Big baseball happenings, basketball happenings, that is, in Rhode Island with Arkansas and St. John's. Calipari gets Patinos starting right about now.
William Abreu steps in, takes strike 1.
Hey, I watched the first half of that Bryant-Michigan game. The Bulldogs kept themselves in the game pretty well.
Yep. I don't complain about refs, but they weren't getting any calls either. The 0-1 missed up and away to Abreu. You have to believe the people that made the schedule looked at it and wanted a Patino-Calipari matchup in Providence.
In Providence, right.
Right? You had to believe that had something to do with it. 1-1 to Abreu. Fastball hits the outside corner to make it 1-2 at
Who was
100.
your coach when you were at PC?
Rick Barnes was there.
He's one of the winningest coaches of all time.
Yeah. Great career on over to Clemson and over to Texas. A very good club in Tennessee. Abreu behind 1-2. Here's the pitch, swing, and this ball's driven down the right field line. Is it going to stay fair? It's at the foul pole and fair ball. That's a home run for William Abreu. Tough to see down in that corner. The umpire, a little delayed reaction at first. But William Abreu gets his first hit of spring training. Happens to be a home run. It gets the Red Sox on the board.
That has to be a load off his mind. They're going 0 for 14.
Yeah, his first at-bat off McClanahan, he really drove the ball well to right center, just kind of missing it off the end of the bat. I'm sure that at-bat felt pretty good, but this one here off the hard thrower Boyle, I think he got a little breaking ball, maybe a changeup down, and he stayed through it. The home run just at the line. Here's a first pitch swinging by Sogard. He hits it hard to first base. He takes it himself for the second out here of the inning. Abreu had such a good year last year. That when he hurt his ankle, I really felt like the momentum was growing. People were starting to look at him at Rookie of the Year with how he was playing defense. He was hitting 280. The OPS was mid-800. And he missed about 3 weeks, and when he came back, there were some mechanical things early on that swing and miss came into play a little bit more than it was before that. But still, overall, Gold Glove winner, very good rookie year from Wilyer Abreu. As Carlos Narvaez steps in with 2 outs.
They're trying to come back not only from the illness, but he just became a dad of twins.
Yeah.
That'll keep you up at night.
That sure will. Yeah, that sure will. 1 does, let alone 2. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball from Boyle. Runs the count 1-1. I always say that's like that. I always hear people all the time saying, we have a night nurse. I'm like, that's cheating. You got to be miserable and tired like the rest of us, right? Night nurse. If you can do it, God bless you, I guess.
Players today can afford it.
Yeah, God bless him. Narvaez takes 100-mile-an-hour fastball in the outside corner to make it 1-2.
Were you through playing when Mason came along?
Oh, yeah. I got married after I stopped playing. So, I was old. This is 1-2. Slider down the way. Nice take by Narvaez.
Probably have more fun.
Yeah, I'm like an old dad, All my kids, friends, they're all dads maybe 7, 8, 10 years younger than me. But I'm a very young grandfather with 2 beautiful grandkids. So that works out well, my stepdaughter.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yep. His 2-1 pitch popped up high behind shortstop. Montez gets underneath it. He makes the catch. And that's going to do it here in the 6th. But Wilyer Abreu gets his first hit of the spring training. It's a home run to right field. Gets the Sox on the board. They still trail this one 11-1. We head to the bottom of the 6th. You listen to Sox Baseball on the Shaw Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Springfest and Ego Days are here at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help. You save. Offer valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of Ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
1, 2, 3, 4. Those are numbers, but you already knew that. If you want to know what number you're going to pay each month for your car, use Kelley Blue Book My Wallet on Auto Trader. They're really good at numbers. Auto Trader.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Brandon Bernardino remains out for the Red Sox here at the bottom of the 6th. He's going to face Josh Lowe, Curtis Mead, Jonathan Aranda, a couple of lefties here. Nice inning for Bernie to go. He continues to pound the zone. He gets a fastball in there for strike 1. Lowe 1 for 2 on this one. He singled back in the 2nd and scored and walked in the 4th. Well, actually, this is Tristan Peters. Lowe was out of the game, but another lefty. Alvaro Hernandez hooking me up with all these changes. This ball's driven to left field. Back on it goes a new left field. That's Seamus off the wall. He gets it back in, but it's going to be a double for Peters. Lead off here in the 6th. You wonder sometimes Bernie just pumping strikes if it's sometimes a little too many strikes for him. It's quality stuff, relying on spots. But he's still in this competition. Really, Cora, no official moves have been made. There's been some reports out there. I know Julian McWilliams, the Globe's reporting maybe Adam Ottavino and Matt Moore have been told they haven't made this club yet. Nothing really official yet. Cora kind of keeping this thing to the last minute as the first pitch to Curtis Meade's in there for a strike. He did name 5 guys in that bullpen that he thinks are locks. So there's 3 more spots. Here's the 0-1 to Meade. That's a changeup. Just underneath it, fly ball to right field. Back on it goes Abreu at the edge of the track. He throws it in, but Peters on his way to third base. And Meade does his job getting a runner over. He named Aroldis Chapman, Liam Hendricks, Justin Wilson, Justin Slayton, and Garrett Whitlock as locks. So there's 3 spots left. Still waiting on official news of Ottavino and Moore. The Red Sox look like they're going to bring their infield in here. Jonathan Aranda. So you got to think Kelly, Criswell, Bernardino, Weissert. We're going to see Brian Mata here in a little bit. All these guys still involved in this decision for the bullpen. First pitch misses down with a fastball to Aranda. Infield is pulled in. Marcelo Myers now slid over to third base with Nick Sogard at third. Hardline drive through the infield past Marcelo Meyer to the right, and Jonathan Aranda drives in Peters. With the Rays get that run back. They're up 12-1. You mentioned kind of getting extended here for Bernardino. Cora wants these relievers to kind of go innings, want to go multiple, right? Very valuable. Want to see him do it. The first pitch to Walls when Bernie came in was a home run. After that, it was 3 consecutive punch-outs, but running some trouble here in the 6th. See, Caballero still hitting here as he takes fastball up in the zone, ball 1. Cora said it might just really come down to the last minute. He announced that on Tuesday back in Fort Myers. As the 1-0 pitch misses down and away. So back in Fort Myers on Tuesday when the team is in Mexico, Quinn Priester and Sean Newcomb will both pitch in a simulated game. So that's a big day for him, for both guys. We got like Romy Gonzalez to prove that he is healthy to get through it, as well as the 2-0 was in there for a strike. There's really some things kind of up in the air still. No official word on the second base competition. Christian Campbell now playing there 2 days in a row. It's a 2-1 to Caballero, swing and a miss on a good breaking ball down and in. This is kind of the problem you have. I think when you have a roster of some talented players, it's a good problem to have. In years past, we didn't have these sort of issues because it was more maybe obvious. Breaking ball misses, run the count 3-1. 3-2, I should say. There are some decisions to make. We still don't know the roster heading out to Mexico. You can only take 30 players, which makes it somewhat difficult, I guess. Fastball in there for a strike as Caballero jumps out of the way, but Bernie gets that inside corner and gets him looking for the second out here in the 6th. So if Priester and Newcomb aren't throwing Tuesday in Mexico, we know Richard Fitz has locked up that 4th spot. I don't know who's going to throw Tuesday for the Red Sox out in Mexico. Here's not quite sure who this guy is hitting. Number 56, Trace Barrera. He's in for Kenny Piper. I'm not going to miss spring training. I'm really not.
Well, we won't miss Alvaro Hernandez.
Oh, of course I'll do that. And he is fantastic. I'm probably not taking advantage of him. I'm not used to it, right? Like him, somebody right there telling me exactly who's in the game and where. He does a fantastic job. 0-2 count to Barrera. Swing and a miss. Made him look real bad in the breaking ball as Bernie strikes out the last 2. But it was a leadoff double Got the Rays another run. 12-1 as we head into the 7th inning. Listen to Red Sox baseball on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
Lowe's knows a good deal goes a long way. And right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances, like the new and exclusive space-saving GE Profile Ultra-Fast Washer-Dryer Combo. Shop the GE Spring into Good Things event, now during Spring Fest at Lowe's. We help, you save. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items. Valid 3/20 through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Exclusions apply.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo, kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball
on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Wholesale changes for Tampa Bay, though the pitcher continues, the 6'8" 100-mile-an-hour throwing Joe Boyle, working here to Roman Anthony, who's walked and popped to short. 12-1 Tampa Bay, 12-1, 10 of the runs charged to Houck. Give up 10 hits, the pitch. Roman swings and misses at a hard slider down and into this left-hand batter. Playing in center field today. Nearly made a spectacular diving catch back in the 2nd inning, but went off his glove for a 3-run triple for Kenny Piper. Trace Barrera now catching. Bob Seymour at first. That one misses. Coco Montez at short. Tanner Murray at third. Drew Baker in left. Tristan Peters in right. Check swing. Did he go? No, it's a call strike. And we thank our good friend Alvaro Hernandez for all these changes. Former engineering student at Northeastern, low and away, and longtime engineer and security guy for General Electric. We call him the oldest and least paid intern, Lou.
Don't forget to mention fantasy camper, Red Sox fantasy camper in the resume.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer, that's right. I'm sorry, I don't mean to. No offense.
And playing in over 50 league and over 60 league, all four. And here is Toro. Alvaro, what's your record for changes in a game this year? 37, was it?
37, I think, this second game.
Alvaro, what type of hitter is Toro?
Pool hitter.
What do you mean pool hitter?
He's a bull too, isn't he?
I knew you were gonna say that.
Call strike.
I love that story. He's a pool hitter. What's a pool hitter?
He's fouled out and doubled. Boyle delivers a heater in there for a strike. Alvaro Fantasy Camp Hall of Famer. You're still playing baseball, and you had shoulder surgery just so you could play again?
Hey, you have to scrape me off the field to start playing.
Ground ball left side to the third baseman to the shortstop, out on to first, and they turn a rare 5-6-3 double play. 2 men down. Well, we certainly have appreciated your work here at spring training over the last 3 years. Any highlights for you?
Oh, just to be here with you guys. That's enough payment for me. I'm like a kid, like a 4-year-old in Toys R Us right now. You know,
It's good to have you. So let me ask you, that surgery, is that the reason why the release point in fantasy camp is a little bit lower than maybe you should be?
Right. I've got a couple of tears there, and but if I go sideways, you know, on the sidearm, it doesn't hurt.
There you go.
But I cannot go from up top. So
that's what we do now. You know, if something hurts, we just stop doing it that way and do something else, right?
That's why I moved from short to second. So now I can
Short
still
to throw.
play.
And he can catch, and he manages these teams in the Roy Hobbs tournament. Meyer behind 0-2. He's grounded to short and walked. He takes one in the dirt. Well, it's been so much fun to have Alvaro. And his wife, Tibby's a superstar. She makes the wonderful arepas that Rich Gedman and so many of us love. Lenny DiNardo. Swing and a miss at a slider. That retires the side. Stretch time here for the Rays fans. They lead it. Tampa Bay does 12-1 on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Network.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0.99% APR for 60 months or $7,500 EV bonus on the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
En Lowe's, aprovecha los descuentazos solo para miembros de My Lowe's durante fiesta de primavera. Ahorra $40 en un grifo dorado Allen & Roth Chesler, antes $99, ahora $59. Además, ahorra $110 en el kit de una orilladora y un soplador inalámbricos con batería Cobalt de 40 voltios, antes $279, ahora $169. Válido hasta 3/24, hasta agotar existencias. Programa sujeto a términos y condiciones. Detalles en lowes.com/terms, sujeto a cambios.
Next level pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with NexGard Plus, afoxolaner, moxidectin, and pyrantel chewable tablets. The one and done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. NexGard Plus comes in a tasty beef flavored chew, so you don't have to use next level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about NexGard Plus for next level protection for your dog.
Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. If you have open roles, chances are you're feeling this too. That's why you need Robert Half. Our specialized recruiting professionals engage their skills with our award-winning AI to connect businesses of all sizes with highly skilled talent in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal and administrative, and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball
on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Let's take 10 seconds on the Shaw Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Coco Montes leading off against Brian Mata. And he'll get a catcher visit as he was just about to throw a pitch. You say, Lou, that Alex Cora was effusive in his praise of this guy today, huh?
Yeah, I mean, there's been some guys that have already been sent down to AAA. Mata, again, not on the 40-man roster, but signed a minor league deal, can freely go down to AAA, and he's still here. And a couple guys asked him what it means at this point.
All one missing to Coco Montes.
Cora quickly pointed out that he throws 98, 99, which, obviously is good, but he's also given up, 6 hits and 4 runs in 3 appearances. So it's like, you throw hard, you got to get somebody out. But still, he's here, he throws hard, he's got good stuff. Mata was a big prospect before all the injuries that he had. That was 97 swing and strike, so.
Coco Montes, a right-hand batter. He missed away, close pitch. Remember Coco LaBoy with the Montreal Expos?
Coco LaBoy.
Yeah, he was the third baseman. Expansion era, when late 60s, early 70s. It's a colorful player. Fouled around the ground of the backstop. Well, Cordero with the Red Sox was called Coco by his teammates.
Yep. And, of course, Coco Crisp.
And made that great catch to end that Cleveland series. 2007, the Red Sox came from 3 games to 1 behind to win. Line drive, base hit into center field. So Coco Montez rips a bullet, greeting Brian Motto.
All fastballs there. Rode it up from 96 to that last pitch at 98, but got ahead of him 1-2.
There's Johnny DeLuca, one of maybe their only remaining starter in there, and he is 0 for 4. Robbed of a hit by a diving catch by Campbell the first time up. Routed to short, popped the first, struck out. He swings and misses on a delivery away.
That's a good breaking ball from Mata at 91. A little hard slider down and away.
Mata goes about 6'4". The pitch in the dirt. Nice stop by Narvaez behind the plate. Well, you mentioned if Tampa Bay hits, they're going to be a big-time contender. I don't think they'll hit like this, 12 runs, 16 hits. But they do have the makings of a decent offense. Here's a 1-1. Strike away. They've been very tough for the Red Sox in recent years. Last year they won the series 7-6, but they used to be almost guaranteed wins. From 2008 on, they've been very tough, low and away.
And, you know, they're still going to have a good staff. I mean, we're waiting to hear again that third inning, Shane McClanahan, their ace, their opening day starter, guy they're waiting for to come back from Tommy John. He's had a great camp. He's felt good. Walked off the mound, took himself after throwing a fastball by Campbell.
Yeah, that's certainly making them hold their breath.
No, it definitely looked like, again, he was using his glove hand and he was pointing towards his elbow. We're now hearing more of a tricep injury, so maybe they've avoided something serious. They're going to run some more tests on him, so we'll wait and hear what it is with that.
So
the only problem is I think you have to be, even if it's a tricep, right, you're going to go look at it, you have to be overly cautious with this guy. I mean, given everything he has been through, 2 Tommy Johns, missed all of last year, coming back feeling good, you really want to almost shut it down now and see where it feels and go from there.
3-2 is Lash foul to the right. There's no way he makes opening day start.
Well, that's the point, you know, to start the season. And you were just talking about the Yankees got some more bad news. Clark Schmidt.
Schmidt with a shoulder issue. And he was very good his last 16 starts, an ERA of just under 2.9 for the Yankees. He was due to be, with the injuries, maybe their second starter, and now he's going to begin on the shoulder, on the IL with a shoulder issue. They don't think it's serious, but hey, if he's on the IL, it's got to be a problem. Inside, ball 4. So DeLuca walks. So that would give the Yankees Cole, Schmidt, and Heel all on the injured list. They have 3 starters on the injured list, as the Red Sox will have.
It looks like Carrasco, Stroman, who looked like an odd man out, wanted to be traded, moved. Both those guys and Carlos Carrasco now will be in this rotation. Question is, do they need another?
Here's Morel. He bounces one high, chopped to short, knocked down by Meyer, and he has no play. Meyer went charging in. That Baltimore chop hit off home plate and bounced very high. I think he would have had him at first, but it would have been close. But he tried to scoop on the short hop, and that'll be an infield hit for Chris Morel, the former Cub.
You know, he picked it. He had to charge this ball hard to kind of get it on that short hop and that infield grass in front of second. If he waited for the candy hop, DeLuca might have been safe at second because you couldn't get the glove on it. But he bobbled and he picked it up. I thought maybe he'd still give himself a chance to throw him out, but decided to hold on to the ball instead.
So here's Westbrook. His second at bat. Struck out his first appearance. The pitch taken low. Whoa, called a strike, though, by the home plate umpire Valentin. Jeremy Rehawk started behind the plate umpiring, but left with an apparent injury. We didn't get a report on him. Ryan Mata deals. Ooh, almost hit him inside around the hands. Westbrook was a good story last year, longtime minor leaguer. Got Brief shot with the Red Sox. Played primarily at Worcester. Called himself Barrel Man. He swings and pops it up, shallow center field. Meyer out, left fielder on, and nobody gets it. The ball drops, throw to third, sliding, and safe there is the runner, DeLuca, and that makes it 13-1. Meyer went back, and he's now looking up at the sun, but the wind kept pushing it back, and nobody was there to save him.
Yeah, no, this was kind of in no man's land. I mean, this is a tough one for Meyer. You see where that sun is. It's kind of setting right over that first base line. And so when he's running back and looking up, he's looking right into it. The outfielders are kind of playing deep. Anthony was shifted a little bit towards right center, but Seamus, the left fielder, was really nowhere near that.
Tristan Peters, a left-hand batter, rips one just foul outside of first, but it was high enough to be caught. Not a great start for Motto, although two softly hit balls result in hits. Here's the pitch home. Foul to the screen. 15-1. Or 13-1. It's just keep on coming. With the bases loaded. Here it is, and a swing and a miss got him on a high fastball. Well, that was 98. Good movement.
For a ground ball here now.
Get out of this inning.
Yeah, you want to get out of this thing quick. And again, you know, it's still like to see Campbell turn double play. Here's young guys up the middle.
Tanner Murray took over for Meade, who's been on fire this spring. Strike over the outside corner. Meade was 2 for 4 with a run scored, a run batted in. The average went down a little. He's now 21 for 39. Still well over 500. Here's the pitch home. Low and away. Slider at 90. 13 runs, 18 hits for the Rays. 1 run, 5 hits for the Red Sox. The run and a homer by Abreu, his first hit of spring training. The pitch, swing, bounding ball to deep short. Here's the throw by Meyer to second, on to first, and they turn the double play. Nicely done by Campbell.
Well done.
6-4-3 after 7. 13-1 Rays on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, get 2.99% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
En Lowe's, aprovecha los descuentazos solo para miembros de My Lowe's durante fiesta de primavera. Ahorra $40 en un grifo dorado Allen & Roth Chesler, antes $99, ahora $59. Además, ahorra $110 en el kit de una orilladora y un soplador inalámbricos con batería Cobalt de 40 voltios, antes $279, ahora $169. Válido hasta 3/24, hasta agotar existencias. Programa sujeto a términos y condiciones. Detalles en lowes.com/terms, sujeto a cambios.
Next level pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with NexGard Plus, afoxolaner, moxidectin, and pyrantel chewable tablets. The one and done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. NexGard Plus comes in a tasty beef flavored chew, so you don't have to use next level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about NexGard Plus for next level protection for your dog.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Here's Tristan Campbell, struck out, line to center, grounded into a double play, playing at second base today. Joe Boyle still out there, starting his 4th inning, high and away off the catcher's mitt to the backstop for ball 1. Who did you like the footwork as Campbell turned that double play?
Yeah, he looked good. That was one thing. The ball's hit, you just watch him, you know, and that's he's really improved in that area. I'll say that. Like when I first saw him early on, there was some inconsistencies with his feet. Not quick or direct lines to first base, kind of stepping away, stepping across his body. But that was a very impressive. He's worked hard at that, and he's gotten a lot better at turning 2.
2-0 is in there for a strike.
He's started now the last 2 games at second, and you're sort of like, I don't know if you're reading into it right or wrong, but does it say he's on the team, or is this sort of like I have to see some offense from him? I have to see him swing it better.
Well, he drives this one to right field and deep, back by the wall, and he's homered.
Okay.
There it is on cue, Lou. Tristan Campbell, it's his first spring training home run, opposite field shot. Maybe a little help from the wind, which is blowing that way, but still well hit.
I know he smoked this ball. He got on top of it. More importantly, got it in the air, right? This has been a concern, hitting the ball hard, but everything's been on the ground. But, to the point of, like I was saying, is it the last 2 days, is it because it's his job, or is it because I have to play him, I have to lead him off here today, get him more at-bats, because I have to start seeing it with my own eyes. The reports are the reports. We know what he did last year. We know what he looks like in BP. I've seen it. It's vicious. But in a game, again, he comes into that at-bat, and he's hitting about $150, and you just haven't seen it yet. That obviously was a good sign. We'll find out more in the next coming days.
Frammy De Leon hitting in Yoshida's spot. He was 1 for 3 from minor league camp. Well, it's impressive. He turns a double play and homers within a matter of 3 minutes. So that'll be a bright spot to take away. Boyle delivers. He blew this one by him. 98 for De Leon. Boyle fires, fastball, little inside. 13-2. Rays have led since the second inning. Frammy De Leon takes a ball low and away, so he works a walk. Come back to start it. Well, Campbell, a high towering shot. He really nailed it. And here's Seamus. Seamus hitting here in Story spot. Trevor had a single, 2 strikeouts. Seamus, an outfielder, takes a strike. Well, it was hit 100, but Bossie's down a little from the last couple of innings. He drives one high to left field. This one should be caught. Drew Baker moves over and makes the catch. So that's the first out here in the 8th.
Another opportunity here for William Brayu as well. He's had a couple of good at-bats. The last one ended with a home run down the right field line. His first at-bat flew out deep to right center off McClanahan. Another opportunity here.
It's the hard-throwing Boyle. Same guy he took deep. The pitch is swung on and missed. Tomorrow, the Red Sox take on the Twins, their final game in Florida before they leave for Mexico. And right now it's 3-2 Red Sox, so they either split the Governor's Cup or win it outright, foul to the backstop. It's the Commissioner's Cup, Lee County Commissioners. Both teams located outside the city limits of Fort Myers and Lee County. Oh, 0-2. 1 on, 1 out. The pitch from Boyle, very high. It was 99. And tomorrow, Walker Buehler will get the start. Garrett Whitlock will pitch. Here it comes. Big swing and a miss. He got him. At 99 up and away.
Yeah, that'll be a nice one, too. I tell you, Buehler, Crochet's been impressive with the power stuff. It's been fantastic watching him throw the baseball. Walker's been just as impressive, maybe for different reasons, still getting strikeouts. But the location's been on point And mechanically, he's just in line, throwing the ball real well. Looking forward to that one tomorrow.
Here's Sogard, who's 0 for 3. And he went around on a pitch, down and in. Rich Hill was with Walker Buehler, but the Dodgers told us right after the Red Sox had signed him that he's a guy that has the good mentality to pitch in Boston. He can handle the heat. Swing and a miss. Of course, he closed the World Series for the Dodgers last fall.
Yeah, I said earlier at camp, I know it's a one-year deal, but he's looking forward to throwing the ball well and signing something a little more long-term here in Boston. He's looking forward to it.
The 0-2 pitch. Off the mid of the catcher, runner goes down to second. That'll be a pass ball. Drives to Barrera.
You got to keep him healthy. Right? I think he had 30 starts now, maybe twice in his career. He's had some injuries, but last year coming off Tommy John, I think mechanically he just never really found it. Fastball wasn't the same as far as getting results with it. Of course, found it there towards the stretch of the postseason for the Dodgers, and he's looked sharp here so far in camp.
The 1-2 deal is very high in a way.
But Whitlock's looked good too. Back to like reliever Whitlock, right? Like 96 swing and miss Whitlock.
I know they like multiple innings, but could he close?
Absolutely. I think he or Slayton can if things go a little crazy.
2-2 is dribble foul to the backstop.
Yeah. I think you go multiple innings, and I think you can do that if your bullpen's healthy. And if you can afford to have him go 2 innings, 2 1/3, and have him sit for a day or two, whatever it may be. But if there's an injury or some guys are underperforming and you want him more in a back-to-back or 3 out of 4, I'm sure you can always slide down to 1 inning at a time, too.
2-2 pitch is a little bit low and inside at 91 with a slider. Looked pretty good. Big Sogard hoping to win the utility job. Switch hitter and can play outfield and infield. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on an inside slider to retire. Inside after 7.5. It is 13-2. Rays on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Network.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0.99% APR for 60 months or $7,500 EV bonus on the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Regresaron los Pro Días de Ahorros a Lowe's con ofertas por tiempo limitado. Ahorra hasta 40% en electrodomésticos selectos y además ahorra $100 extra por cada $1,000 de compra en electrodomésticos selectos. Además, no pierdas la oportunidad de activar y ganar 3 veces los puntos en herramientas selectas de Walt y Klein Tools. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 3/28. Selección varía por lugar hasta agotar existencias. Detalles y artículos que califican con un asociado o en Lowe's.com.
Next Level Pet people give their dogs next level protection from parasites with NexGard Plus, afoxolaner, moxidectin, and pyrantel chewable tablets. The one and done monthly treatment protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. NexGard Plus comes in a tasty beef flavored chew, so you don't have to use next level tricks to get your dog to take it. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventative. Talk to your vet about NexGard Plus for next level protection for your dog.
Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. If you have open roles, chances are you're feeling this too. That's why you need Robert Half. Our specialized recruiting professionals engage their skills with our award-winning AI to connect businesses of all sizes with highly skilled talent in finance and accounting, technology, marketing, and creative, legal and administrative, and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Ryan Mata back out there for the last of the 8th, 13-2. The Rays lead it. Here is Bob Seymour. Took over for Aranda at first. Aranda was 3 for 4. An RBI. Left-hand batter fouls it to the right out of play. Mata gave up a run on 3 hits. that was helped out by a double play. Meyer to Campbell and on to first. Toro playing at first. Here it is. Outside.
Getting reports from back at Fort Myers, Brian Bale, he went 2 innings, looked really sharp. Fastball sitting around 95, 96. Good slider changeup. Looked good for 2 innings. Some action.
1-1. Slider swung on and missed. That's good.
Yeah, he and Giolito, we'll see. It's good to see Crawford kind of back throwing some bullpens at least, see where that goes. But I think you're anticipating maybe whoever fourth, fifth starter may be, but probably 2 times through the rotation. Hopefully get one of them back, that third. Maybe both.
Here's a 1-2 outside. Now, the Worcester season starts March 28th, so there will be places for the injured to rehab in the big leagues, or the big leagues.
Should be nice and warm and toasty, just like here.
Oh, yeah. Inside, and Jackie Bradley's going to throw out the first pitch.
Yeah, it's always interesting, too, right? Because I guess you could throw another game down there. Do you wait for the next levels and maybe try to find Greenville? How much weather plays into it versus how much competition you want them to face better hitters?
3-2 is a soft line drive caught by the third baseman nicely. Sogard, who took over there, was ready to jump but went up on his tiptoes. Wasn't hit that hard. So Seymour is retired.
Sometimes they don't. Everyone's different. Sometimes they don't care about the competition. It's more about the guy himself, right? So if you can find a warm weather place in April for 1 more start or 2 more starts, that's what matters more about the level of competition you face. Other guys, no. I mean, they want them to face good hitters and see if their stuff plays. But guys like Bayo, the stuff plays.
Drew Baker batting for the first time. Caballero was 3 for 4. There's a strike. What seemed like a full house. We didn't get an attendance figure yet. Many of the folks have departed. The 0-2 pitch is outside. We used to say for the 4 o'clock buffet, but there are not as many buffets since COVID.
Yeah. Still got happy hour, though.
They take advantage of that. Not legal in Massachusetts, right? Here's the pitch.
They're working on it, Joe.
Yeah. Are they?
Working on it. Yes, they are working on it.
Foul to the right.
It's nice. I never understood that. They did away with it. Want people to maybe, drink too much. I'm going to drink the same. I'm just going to spend less money. What's going to stop me? If I want to go drink.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Here it is, and the breaking ball's in there, strike 3. Nice pitch by Mata, frozen. So with 2 men down, Trace Barrera, the catcher, struck out his first time up. Do you ever have pasta Milanese?
Absolutely.
Get some from our good friend Joe Peroni, the owner of Mona Lisa, for St. Joseph's Day a few days ago. There's a strike.
Now, how does that work? Does it get delivered directly to your house? Do you have to go to get it, or is somebody?
No, we went to his house to get it.
Look at you.
Along with his homemade wine.
Mm-hmm.
But those little ear-type pastas with fennel and breadcrumbs. Line drive, base hit down the left field line. Cut off by the left fielder. Throw to second and retreats to first. Seamus out there, so a solid hit. Yeah, and it's ground up sardines.
Yeah, I'm not a sardine guy. Can we leave the sardines out?
Well, then you lose that flavor.
Yeah.
So that's on the bill tonight. Well, here comes Alex Cora, and that'll do it for Mata. So for someone to get the last out here, with Montez due to bat. Isaac Stevens, he's going to be the new pitcher. You come your way in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Cars for Kids, KARS carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest selection of Bridgestone tires. So we buy Bridgestone tires for less and sell them for less. The guaranteed lowest price you'll find anywhere. Plus, we give you more free services for life than any other tire dealer. So when you're looking for Bridgestone tires, there's only one place to go. Town Fair Tire. Because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Isaac Stevens, a right-hander, first-year pro last year, pitched at Greenville and Salem, 3-3 with a 3.18 ERA and 8 saves. He's from Stillwater, Oklahoma, and played there for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. 2003. He was a 16th round pick of the 23 draft. The Red Sox 18th pick overall. So here we go with 2 out and a runner at first, and Montez, the batter, batted once and singled and scored. Coco Montez takes it outside.
Boy, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, down 13-2.
And they make a pitching change.
Would have liked to have seen Mata maybe get one more before the pitching change.
Yes, indeed. Call strike. It used to be that most pitching changes are made at the end of an inning in spring training, but not these days. There's a line drive hit into left center field, a base hit off the end of the bat. And run around second and goes back. Barrera to second, and Montez is 2 for 2. Johnny DeLuca, their only regular to go the distance today, is 0 for 4 with a walk and a run scored.
6th at bat in spring training game.
I guess they wanted to see a lot more of Johnny DeLuca, who will be their starting center fielder, at least going into the season. Ball 1 missing high.
Well, he came into the game 194. He's only 7 for 36, now 7 for 40. So sometimes, too, the hitter is like, hey, I need another at bat. Like, I'm good. I just want to see the ball better.
DeLuca takes it low and away. Reminds us of our good friend, the late Joe DeLuca, one of the great scouts who found and signed Manny Ramirez for Cleveland. Fastball missing away. So many of the veteran scouts that saw Manny said he's the best high school hitter they'd ever seen. He lived up to the billing. Here it is. And a strike at the knees, down and away. Three balls and a strike. Stevens delivers, and it's outside. Ball 4. Spells it Stevens. That loads him up. We scouted quite a bit in high school. I know there were a lot of scouts when you played at Providence.
Yeah, not so much in high school. I mean, size-wise, I wasn't physically kind of a guy that would be drafted. You know, there's more schools involved, 2, 3, 4 schools, but draft-wise, it was one of those, let's see if he gets bigger and stronger.
Morrell swings and misses. What'd you hit in high school?
That's a good question. The further I get away from stuff like that, like, you know, you remember like A-ball, pro ball, college, you know? High school, I don't know, it's a good league. I mean, the Big East, you're talking about Walpole, Braintree, powerhouses.
Probably over 400, I would think.
Probably not, yeah.
1-1 to Morrell. The former Cub takes a strike. How would you feel like you were behind the California, Florida kids when you signed because they played so much?
Yeah, I do believe. I think it's changed a little bit now. You know, with the development of club baseball, the kids in the Northeast, you know, their baseball season isn't over in the spring or 15, 20 games in the summer. They'll play another 50. You know, it's like kids go out now and they're playing 80, 90 games in the Northeast on the season.
2-2 is low. Yeah, and they really play just the one sport all year instead of football, basketball, baseball.
Yeah.
3-2 to Morrell with the bases loaded here, and first two men were retired, but here's ball 4, runs forced home. A run charged to Mata as Morera crosses the plate.
You know, this is the problem we've seen throughout camp. You know, you have guys that are in big league camp, and you have minor leaguers that they call up, and good arms. You know, Okora wouldn't be bringing them up. It's just that when they come in, it's nerves. You know, you're in front of a big league staff. You're in a big league spring training game.
Westbrook, the barrel man, takes a strike.
You look over there, you see Andrew Bailey, you see Jason Varitek, Alex Cora. You know, you've been down the backfield now for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And you get up there, and it's tough to relax and just throw strikes.
14-2 Rays, that's outside. Isaac Stevens out of Oklahoma State having trouble throwing strikes. He delivers and leaves it low and away. There's 83 on a slider. They never give the noise a break, just like Tropicana Field. Steinbrenner Field can't be nearly as loud this year.
I was going to say, not going to miss that ballpark.
Yeah. Low and away. They really haven't started on the roof yet from what we've seen.
Yeah. I did see, I believe they shut down building that new one.
They have. So right now it's on hold. What does that mean for this franchise? And it's outside. Oh, called a strike. Well, that was a generous call.
Yeah.
Stevens had pitched one previous inning in 2 games and got every guy he faced. 6 batters. Didn't allow a base runner, but today trouble throwing strikes. Jamie Westbrook with the Red Sox last year swings and misses at a pitch down and away to retire the side. They get another. It's 14-2 after 8 in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Network.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0.99% APR for 60 months or $7,500 EV bonus on the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Regresaron los Pro Días de Ahorros a Lowe's con ofertas por tiempo limitado. Ahorra hasta 40% en electrodomésticos selectos y además ahorra $100 extra por cada $1,000 de compra en electrodomésticos selectos. Además, no pierdas la oportunidad de activar y ganar 3 veces los puntos en herramientas selectas de Walt y Klein Tools. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 3/28. Selección varía por lugar hasta agotar existencias. Detalles y artículos que califican con un asociado o en Lowe's.com.
Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. If you have open roles, chances are you're feeling this too. That's why you need Robert Half. Our specialized recruiting professionals engage their skills with our award-winning AI to connect businesses of all sizes with highly skilled talent in finance and accounting, technology, marketing, and creative, legal and administrative, and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball
on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, Joe Boyle's back out there for his 5th inning, so they want to stretch him out. Narvaez is batting here, the catcher. He's doubled, grounded out 4-3, and popped to short. 14-2 Rays, 14 runs, 20 hits. Ball 1 away. Red Sox and the Twins tomorrow to wind up the Grapefruit League season at JetBlue. Ooh, good fastball on the inside half. 98, he swings and misses.
You know, it is what the pitch clock is. Amazing what it has done. I think it's worked. I think people like the product. There's more action. And now when you get a 3-hour game, it feels like it takes forever.
Doesn't it? Ground ball bounce to the shortstop to his left, and the throw to first by Coco Montes for the out.
Right now, you're only at 2 hours and 40 minutes.
And we had a delay when the umpire had to leave with apparent injury or illness.
It feels so much slower now. 3 hours used to be a nice quick game 4 years ago.
Pitch clock should have been in about 15 years before. Would have been more baseball fans today if that happened, I think. Outside, Roman Anthony was walk, fly to center and walk.
Well, I think 15 years ago, it was this. Just since then, it's got away from him. You watch some old games, right?
Yeah.
Pedro on the mound, he throws the baseball, he's backing up to the mound as the catcher is throwing the ball back to him. He's on the mound, he sees the sign, throws another one. It's just, science got involved.
1-1 is low. Wasn't good for the game.
Well, actually, Tampa was the ones. The longer you take between pitches, the more regenerates, whatever rejuvenates your arm, and you can throw harder longer. And they started taking it to 30, 35 seconds between pitches.
2-1 is high. Do you buy that theory that if you take more time between pitches, you throw harder?
I'm sure that there's some study that tells you that.
Yeah.
But, if you take 2 minutes between pitches, it probably helps more. So why don't we do that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. Low and away, Anthony with 3 walks today. Well, he does have plate discipline.
Yeah, it's now 9 walks to 11 Ks here in camp. The numbers are what numbers are. He's going to be in that 215 range here so far in camp, but the at-bats is still impressive, and he'll be down in Worcester, and one of the first guys called up. Go down there, get that stroke going, and I'm sure you'll see him at some point.
Abraham Toro had a double to left center. Takes a strike, 1 for 3, a foul out in a double play grounder. Boyle in line for the win here. That one misses low. Let's see, he's walked 1, 4. He's still a little wild. Swing and a miss at a high heater at 98.6. It's a song done by Keith, one name wonder in the 60s. Here's a 1-2 outside.
Well, Joe, it's been an honor calling another game with you today.
Well, it's been a lot of fun. We're going to watch you a lot on TV, and hopefully we can work again once or twice in the regular season. You're going to do a little bit of radio. Swing and a miss as he chased one that disappeared at 93.7 down and away. So that's half a dozen strikeouts for Boyle.
Number 39, Marcelo Myers.
And Marcelo Myers grounded a short walk, then struck out looking. 2 down, 9th inning, 14-2. Favor of the Rays. So the season series will wind up 2-2 in spring training, low and away. Red Sox go April 14th to play at Steinbrenner Field for a 3-game series against the Rays. Dimensions are the same as Yankee Stadium. Pitch is a little bit low. Did you play at Steinbrenner Field?
I believe so. Yeah, in camp you only go there once, right?
Yes.
But I was a road warrior. Sure, get my starts.
Swing and a miss at a high fastball. It's right across the street from Raymond James Stadium, where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play at the University of South Florida. 2 balls and a strike to Meyer. And he takes a strike. He started a double play at short, moved over to, actually started at third, made a nice play at a liner. Started a double play after moving to short. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out in the 9th. Joe Boyle fires. Leaves it up and away. Red Sox will have a winning record in spring training. That'll all be forgotten opening day. Runner goes. The pitch is swung and ripped on the ground into right field. A base hit. Nice swing and a low line drive over to third. Scoots Anthony. So first and third, and it brings up Kristen Campbell, who has had a pretty good day. Made a diving play on a line drive at second, turned a double play, and after striking out, lining it hard to center and grinding into a double play, launched his first home run to the opposite field.
Yeah, we've seen a couple balls in the air, right? The home run, obviously, opposite field. And that second at bat, that hard line drive on a line to center field. DeLuca went back, made a nice catch, but a couple balls in the air, it's nice to see.
Ooh, tied him up inside, swing and a miss.
Another opportunity, another at bat. It's nice. Marcelo, a little single, knocks Roman Anthony to third base with Christian Campbell up next. Big three right in front of your face.
Yeah. Involved in this one, the pitch. Low, knocked down by the catcher, and Meyer, with a good read on a dirt ball, takes second.
That's one thing Cora has praised all camp about Marcelo Meyer. You know, he's not a burner by any means, right? Speed-wise, maybe average. But he's got a good first step in the field, kind of plays quicker, right, on the base paths. Good instincts. Sometimes allows average runners to look a lot quicker than they are. That was a really nice jump.
The pitch to Campbell is inside and high. He almost leaned into that one. High cutter at 90. Here's Joe Boyle's pitch, and Campbell takes one down and away. We do have an action right-hander warming in the bullpen. We'd hate to see a pitching change now.
Oh, yeah, why not? Another pitching change.
14-2 Rays.
2 outs in the ninth.
3-1 pitch from Boyle coming to Kristen Campbell, and he takes outside. That loads him up. Yep, it's going to happen. Here comes Kevin Cash.
Killing me. Killing me.
What time's your dinner reservation?
Oh, Jesus. An hour ago? No, still not bad.
You might have to come over for the pasta milanese. All right, so Boyle does not complete it. He'll get a victory, though. Get credit for the win. Well, he walked 5 and he struck out 6, so he pretty much stayed within the realm of his normal performances as a minor leaguer. And we'll get one more change before this one ends. You're heading for Mexico, and you'll have the game on Nesson.
We'll have both of them on there. Dave O'Brien will be back in the house. Tom Caron will be sideline reporting. So I think, I know locally it's 7 on Monday, 5, right? So I think it's 2 hours, 9 and 7 against Sultanes. I think there are a lot of people just looking forward to getting to Texas. You know, more than anything. With that off day in Texas before opening day.
Austin Vernon, a right-hander. He's also 6'8".
Big boy with some hair.
Wow, he is huge. You don't see many pitchers under 6'2" these days.
They really don't.
What would Whitey Ford have done? He was 5'9".
Well, that's one thing, too. That's one thing about this camp. You know, the big three is talked about often. Saw Justice and Garcia in camp a lot, too. But the arms in the backfield, if you walk back there, it's very loud. You know, there's a lot of big guys like this man here. But in this last draft, little change in philosophy under Craig Breslow, he kind of drafted a lot of arms. Big guys, right? 6'5", 6'6". The draft class came in the room, and you thought it was a basketball team.
Yeah, I brought my good friend Greg Madison, recently retired defensive coordinator at Ohio State, over. You know, he deals with all these behemoths, but he was so impressed by the size of the Red Sox pitchers.
Yeah, a little change in philosophy. Big power guys, throwing hard, with good stuff, fine-tuned some things. Really started to kind of dive into that. You know, for years it was, and it's why you're seeing the position player crop at the higher levels. They've really focused on bats.
De Leon swings and misses. Started him out with a slider at 88. Austin Vernon listed at 6'8", 265. He delivers. Fastball taken high. It was 94. Looks like a maximum effort guy with his delivery. So Anthony's at third, Meyer at second, and Campbell at first, and he gets a swinging strike. Red Sox down to their final strike. So the on batter once and drew a walk. Here's the pitch home. Check swing and a high fastball. Valentine could have called that a strike.
That was pretty good. I don't know if they called it up or in, but it's a good pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 3 out, 3 on, 2 out. The pitch is fisted on the ground weakly to the charging third baseman. Throw to first in time. Ball game over. And Tampa Bay beats the Red Sox 14-2. Totals next on the Shaws in Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Regresaron los Pro Días de Ahorros a Lowe's con ofertas por tiempo limitado. Ahorra hasta 40% en electrodomésticos selectos y además ahorra $100 extra por cada $1,000 de compra en electrodomésticos selectos. Además, no pierdas la oportunidad de activar y ganar 3 veces los puntos en herramientas selectas de Walt y Klein Tools. Lowe's, nosotros ayudamos, tú ahorras. Válido hasta 3/28. Selección varía por lugar hasta agotar existencias. Detalles y artículos que califican con un asociado o en Lowe's.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter? Right? And the best part? They accept Discover. Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader. Like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combo, from flat tires to fender benders and with 24/7 help, too. Kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CRV. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Pilot, a 1.99% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline, or a 2.99% APR on a 2025 CRV.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details.
En Lowe's, aprovecha los descuentazos solo para miembros de My Lowe's durante fiesta de primavera. Ahorra $40 en un grifo dorado Allen & Roth Chesler, antes $99, ahora $59. Además, ahorra $110 en el kit de una orilladora y un soplador inalámbricos con batería Cobalt de 40 voltios, antes $279, ahora $169. Válido hasta 3/24, hasta agotar existencias. Programa sujeto a términos y condiciones. Detalles en lowes.com/terms. Sujeto a cambios.
Life can be chaotic. If you're running a retail business, don't let disorganized order fulfillment add to the chaos. Use ShipStation instead. With ShipStation, you never have to worry about shipping and fulfillment again. Whether you're running a business out of your garage or you have multiple warehouses, ShipStation is ideal for every phase of your business's growth. Save time with one login for all your stores and by automating repetitive tasks. Plus, you'll save money with the best shipping rates from global carriers. ShipStation's industry-leading features help you deliver a better customer experience. They'll get accurate and faster shipments along with automated tracking updates with your branding. And with up to 88% off UPS and USPS rates and up to 90% off FedEx rates, ShipStation is the fastest and most affordable way to ship. Calm the chaos. Switch to ShipStation today. Start a free trial at shipstation.com/audio. That's shipstation.com/audio.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball
on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
So the Red Sox fall 14-2, 14 runs, 20 hits, no errors for the Rays. They left 10, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 9 left for the Red Sox. Joe Boyle went 4 2/3 for the win, and Tanner Houck had a rough outing. He gave up 10 runs, 12 hits, and 3 2/3. He gets pinned with a loss. Red Sox had 2 solo homers. Abreu, his first in the 6th with a man on, his first hit of the spring, and Kristen Campbell hit an opposite field shot. That was a solo. Lau, Red Sox nemesis, Brandon Lau hit a solo home run for the Rays, his 4th, and Walls hit a 3-run homer, the shortstop, his first in the 5th. 2 hours, 54 minutes was the time, watched by 5,947. The Red Sox now 15-11-2 in spring training. The Rays have won 12, lost 12, and tied 4. And Lou, tough outing for Houck, but a couple of bright spots with the young people.
Yeah, listen, Tanner Houck, if you start with him, it's been a tough spring. It's 29 hits now in 13 2/3 innings. The good news is that he's